Feliz Domingo tour.
Feliz Domingo, Yaritza.
I like throwing Spanish balls at, oh, that sounds nasty. I was gonna say Spanish balls at you, given what I just showed you in that other picture.
Jeez.
I'm not throwing any balls at you, for the record. And Calla knows what I'm talking about. I know.
Wow. Okay.
That's because that's how our day's going.
Yes.
We're flying by the seat of our pants today.
A little bit.
Just a little. You know, and to be fair, it's because, first of all, I also want to ask you about your tag. You might want to change it.
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
And the other is that, you know, I feel like I'm kind of all over the place. I'm kind of giddy because, you know, I'm going on this big trip, right? And and so I was out and about shopping, and I was just trying to go get this maternity swimsuit by Hoodlum. But it took me to this event called Daydream, and then Yaritza just emerged. So I'm like, we're Yaritza today because I've been, you know, I really like some of these hairs like she's wearing, where it's basically a hair base and a bunch of flexies, right? But they've gotten so good. And I've seen my friends with some of this type of hair on, and I was just feeling like the New Yorican in me. And I was just Yaritza emerged, and I warned you ahead of time. I'm like, so, you know, because I know when you and I stream, you definitely like plus size Lala. And
I do. I like being with you.
Well, this is me. This is a part of me.
I know it is.
Yes. Hey, Shallon. Hey, Shallon. Good to see you.
Hey, Shallon.
And so this to me, though, is a part of me. Like, I was born in New York, and I'm Puerto Rican, but I never lived there, but I did visit quite a bit. And this is what I was just inspired to be today. And I know that you're, you know, pretty accepting of that. But even with this hair, you'll see hair like this on Lala too, because I picked up a few. The Daydream event I didn't even finish it all. It was very cool. So, but I think what stood out to me is it seems to be an event that is for ethnic designers. And so I really like that. So I'll have to show you sometime. But anyway, I was doing that to entertain myself while you were busy. And then you and I were going to stream today anyway. And we were thinking about doing Mad P hunting. But then I was like, Tour, I'm going on this trip and there's Elevate. And you're like, all right, let's do Elevate.
Yeah. And so it's probably the last time we can cover this before their awards too.
Yes. And then your other thing with me today was I feel underdressed. And my thing was I was inspired by this outfit and they match. So this is what we're wearing today.
Yes.
Also from Daydream. Yep. So this was my mood. All of this whole thing is my mood today. And I think we are appropriately dressed to check out Elevate. I'm stylishly comfortable, and so are you. Like, look at my puffy slippers. They're luxury puffy slippers.
They are luxury puffy, yes. And you've got your very bling purse.
Oh, this purse was hella expensive, and it looks it. And you've already bumped me, and I've dropped my shit all over the floor. So, and I got this at Cake Day, I don't know, a few cycles ago. Yes. So this is what I was feeling today, and I'm very much in the mood to take a look at Elevate. So before we dive into that, I do want to be more specific about what we're wearing, because I did pick up things from this event. So let me move my camera over so we don't get lost behind my menus. So what I'm wearing, I discovered Angelic today. That's the hair. Angelic, it's onyx. I picked up a few of them. And then the other one I discovered today that we're wearing is Betrayal. We are wearing like a his and her outfit. Mine's called Cleo. I don't think yours is called Cleo.
Mine's called Leo.
Oh, fun. I just bought it and sent it to you. I'm like, we're wearing this today. And because, I love matchy, but when they explicitly make like a his and hers, I can't resist that.
Yeah.
So
that's our favorite.
Yes. So, and then of course those were the two that, and the shoes. The shoes are by Craven, and they're Meta C flip-flops. So those are my finds at the Daydream event. And I can put the link to Daydream in the description later. I know it's not there now. But those were my big takeaways. And as always, I'm wearing Alt 3. And she has some new stuff out, and I forgot to grab it before this stream went live. But I'm wearing Lyric, which is, to me, it is Yaritza. And then my shaping was basically done by Zipper, and then I tweaked it a little bit. So I'm wearing her Lilith Reborn shape. And yeah. So that's just calling out some of the things when I'm walking around. My AOs, oh my, of course. And yeah, I think that's all I need to call out. All right. Did you have anything you wanted to call out before we start looking around?
Well, I've got, of course, I complimented it with my Poseidon necklace from Butterscotch.
It looks so good.
I threw on, these are Shark Soul Sandals by Gabriel.
Mm-hmm.
And I've got my Kunst Aston shades on and my Jonas Van Gogh hair.
Very good.
And yeah, my animations are also by Oh My.
You look great, as always.
Thank you.
And this venue looks amazing. I just love it so much. We just thought we would chill here for a minute before we got started. So
it does. The one thing I've got to call out, just because it's, I can't help it. I really can't. The white stools are hovering, and I want to bolt them to the ground.
The white stools. Which white stools?
Like the one you're sitting on.
Oh, they hover? Oh, you're right. I did feel taller than you.
Yes,
yeah.
You are. And
okay.
It's the hovering. But
maybe
that's okay.
Pippa and crew will fix that when she sees it. Because, she goes through and fixes everything we call out. Whether we know it's a mistake or not. She knows. Yeah. She's like, oh, that wasn't supposed to be like that. And Shallon's loving our fits. Thank you, Shallon.
Thank you, Shallon. I'm loving it as well. I had no idea I'd be wearing this today.
Did not. You logged in and I was like, you check your inventory, you got a package.
Yep.
I've taken the guesswork out of dressing for you today. I said, put that on and make it look cute. And you did.
Gosh.
All right. Are we ready to get up and start taking a look around?
We are. Well, we have to make a decision.
Okay.
So we can... I think I want to just briefly walk the vendors, but yes. I don't want to spend a lot of time on them specifically, because all their items are being showcased.
Correct. And they're more sponsors than vendors. So they're the sponsors vendor, like their spots, but we're not going to spend a lot of time on them. I get that. Yeah.
Yeah. I just want to highlight who they are, kind of just, get a camera on what they have, and then we're going to go see all the creative installations using these creators.
Yes, agreed.
Okay.
So we're going to stand up and do that now.
We're going to stand up, and
all right.
You want me to pull you along?
Yes, please. Please pull me. All right. I don't know. Did I push it on us already? All right. No, I'm pushed in on us. Okay. So we'll sponsor number 1, Square. Okay.
And the sponsors do a good job of showcasing their own stuff, of course.
Yeah. Very good. All right. Then we've got 12.
Yeah. Very luxurious.
Yes.
Looks like a bed you can just fall right into.
I always say this one's Zaker because it's like Baker, but with a Z. So if I'm saying it wrong, someone will need to correct me at some point.
Yeah. It's probably got some sort of more French pronunciation.
Because it's Paris.
Yeah. But I don't know how to French pronounce things. So.
This is 8?
8.
I know this now
8.
From struggling when I first encountered it. This is 8. Yes.
They make furniture.
They make amazing furniture.
They do. And then we get to walk by this lovely fountain.
I just love watching my hair flow as I walk. I love it so much.
Yeah, that's really good. Okay, so we got... These look like very you chandeliers from Bargov.
Yes, because I have a penchant for fancy, stylish chandeliers.
You really do.
I do. Even back when it was 225 prims. And all of your land allowance and plus some. I would just have a chandelier and lay on the floor. That was it.
Gosh. Who?
This 12? Is this? No, it's not 12. Knoxwood? I don't see the sign, but I'm hovering over things.
It's Knoxwood.
Knoxwood, yes. So shiny.
Is there a sign somewhere?
I don't see it.
I only was able to derive that by hitting one of the buying.
Yeah, buttons. Well, when you buy, and then you know. Knoxwood.
Knoxwood, put up a sign. You make too much good stuff to
Isn't that Dr. Was it Dr. Goddess? Dr.
Yeah, Dr. Goddess. Dr. Lovely Goddess? Something like that?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. Dr. Lovely Goddess. You gotta get your branding out here.
Oh, I don't see it.
That sounds right.
Lovely. Yeah. Dr. Goddess Lovely. Yeah.
Dr. Goddess Lovely.
Lovely Viridis. Yeah. Dr. Goddess. I was like, I remember when I met her. Do I call you Goddess? Yeah, I mean, I am queen, so
yeah,
I get it.
So say your earrings.
That's right. I never take these off because that's my name. And yes. I want to be reminded.
Yeah. So here we got Laviara.
Laviara,
Lovely.
Very, very classy.
Like the waviness. Yep.
Yes.
And Bonaire. Now these look like more skyboxes, so I don't know. Or not even skyboxes necessarily, full-on builds. So I'm not sure how much these particular items will be showcased, but they look pretty snazzy.
Well,
and,
maybe they're part of the prizes.
True. And we both love a good, pre-built.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Yep.
I'm kind of eyeing that Benissa Villa.
Oh, let me see. Which one is that one? Benissa Villa? Oh, the second.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you eyeing that one in particular?
I don't know. Just geometrically, it kind of is appealing to me.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so that covers the sponsors then?
That appears to cover the sponsors, yeah.
All right, and the rest are the competitors.
Yes, and we love the sponsors for, all participating in this and putting this on and making this happen.
Mm-hmm.
So, shouts out to them. All right, so, as is tradition, we're going to start
Widdershins. Yes. Okay. So, for the judges, so you click this thing and you get like a note card? Do I get it, or is it Oh, here, keep. It's the... Okay. So here's the...
Yeah, note card has a lot of information in it. Not gonna...
No?
Not gonna go through all the note card stuff each time, because that's... But it looks like the judges, have a lot of information in there.
I like at least the top part. Like, I wouldn't go through the rest of the note card, but theirs is effortless comfort, right? That's the category, I guess.
Effortless comfort. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Clean lines, smart home integration, open breathable layouts. So this might be just the requirements for that, so we may not need to go through every single one.
Gotcha.
Soft natural color palettes and organic textures and contemporary materials.
Yeah. Now, as I'm looking at this, I'm wondering, how can we discern, is this a professional or a hobbyist builder?
Oh.
Is there
well, then their profile, maybe, if...
Maybe so.
Let's see. Are you looking at the note card for that?
Yeah.
Let me look and see. Note cards, because then you can look at the profile. Properties. View profile. So she is an interior decorator. So this one's not a hobbyist. It's in her profile.
Gotcha. As getting started, that would be cool if we had if people walking, checking this out, had a real quick and easy way to discern that at a glance.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, let's talk about the build. This looks fantastically comfortable.
It does. It looks so warm to me.
It does. It looks very
like very
warm.
Inviting.
Mm-hmm.
Inviting and chic. Like, I think it's a nice blend of both. Like, it looks comfortable and inviting. Like, there's some that it feels like you can't like touch it. Like it's like showroom, right?
You're right. True.
This invites you to live in it, I feel.
Yeah, it does. It definitely does. I also really enjoy their wall back there with the mirror, the sitter, and all the...
That's the one I was just looking at. Yeah.
Stuff on the shelves.
Mm-hmm.
Very artsy. It's kind of nice that they didn't butt the couch right up against the wall. Like, actually having that extra space back there makes the room feel more airy, I think. And kind of gives that more inviting feel. That's a fun lighting apparatus up top.
Yeah, it is.
That's very elegant and just interesting to look at.
I really like the art above the fireplace, and even the fireplace itself, like the fire. That's with the balls right there like that. I've not seen really something like that before, and that looks really cool.
And I could imagine just popping in that lounger part of the sectional near the fireplace and just enjoying some warmth.
You and me'd be wrestling for it. That's for sure. That's my favorite part of a sectional, is that long, like, chaise part.
Oh, you could have it. I'd just I'd make sure you have good snacks. Like a good book or something.
But I agree with you. That's like the prize seat of the room for sure.
Oh yeah, and the blanket that's just kind of strewn over the couch there suggests that the person that lives here agrees.
Yep.
All right, so well done.
She has a name. It's. Let me open it here. Properties. It's Desie. Yeah.
Okay.
Deessee with an accent on the first E. Desie.
Ooh.
Desie, like that.
I would love to know how to pronounce that.
Right. Yeah. All right.
Apologies for
name slaughtering.
If we've mangled your name, but we respect the build for sure.
Right. All right. I'm gonna. I have a first life interruption, so I'm gonna park my cam on the next one, and I'm gonna need to mute for a second.
All right. So this looks like it's by Leor, Elegance and Design. So presumably another professional. This is a very sort of grand sort of build. We've got like straight up marble walls, it feels like, and a balcony up there, which is quite nice. This one feels a little bit more of like a regal sort of meeting space, maybe. Like I'm getting private chat with the Empress, maybe, sort of vibes, or with royalty of some kind. Which is quite interesting. Now, obviously, constraints of Skybox, they can't actually get the functional sort of stairs as would be needed for the balcony to work, but they allude to it, which I think is interesting. In the back there, kind of going up to presumably what would be an actual staircase. Hello.
I'm following you around. Yeah, I see what you're talking about with the stairs.
Yeah.
What was the note card on this one? Did you click that?
Well, there isn't one, so... hey.
Am I hitting you? Sorry. That's what happens with my purse when I click, see? I could take my purse off so I don't hit you. But when I click, I hit.
When I click, I hit. Got it.
Let me take it off. Detach. I don't want to hurt you with my purse so violently. You're like, hey, what's with the hitting? Sorry.
It makes a sound and everything of your purse stuff clunking.
Oh, it does. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is Kayla. It looks like Kayla K resident. There's not anything to give.
Yeah, but it's Leor, Elegance, and Design. Presumably they are
a designer.
That's what I'm guessing. They, rather than having a fireplace, went with a water place, which I think is
nice.
Kind of nice.
That's funky.
Got a fun sound that it's giving out.
Yeah. I like the play between the green and the white. Like the green of the rug and the furniture playing off the foliage that's in the room. I really like that.
It's really nice.
Yeah, it's a nice touch.
It makes this feel like it's in like an outdoor space.
Mm-hmm.
And I almost feel like this could be set up that way, where this is like the balcony of the actual building overlooking maybe like a covered sort of pergola or something. But this is just really nice. There's also, what is this on the left that looks like it is a fireplace? Okay, it's not currently animated, but it is a fireplace. So that's quite nice as well.
Yeah. So they have a fireplace and a water place.
Yeah.
I've never seen that before, ever.
I suppose it increases the safety of the fireplace. You know,
to have a water place nearby.
Just throw water on it, yeah.
That's funny.
All right, well done, Kayla.
All right.
Forever Brit. Forever Brit. Yeah, again, we have no note card. I don't know if that was just like an example note card.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I like the warmth in this room already.
Yeah.
I like the wood floor.
This feels like, you know, a den of someone who's just absolutely got it going on.
Yeah.
Definitely a good entertainment space. The pictures on the sides are fantastic too. And definitely set a mood. See. Oh, that shelving unit with the mirrors, vertical mirrors, is really cool.
Yeah.
Let's just checking that out. Huh. And what is that chair? That, like, partial heart. It's a palmetto chair. Okay, that one's by 12. Okay.
That's lovely.
Yeah, that back wall with all those little small rectangles.
They're all mirrors, right?
Yeah, they are all mirrors. But one thing that's kind of interesting about that to me is it's those, along with the really tall ones, for some reason, especially framing the TV, give me the impression of like I know it's not intended to be a music system, but it's conjuring up that mental image. So like, to me, this feels like it's like some sort of musical artist's just you know, absolute entertainment den. The gold plants. Oh wow, that lamp over there, the person with the
balls.
Yeah, with the balls. Yes.
That's a theme today.
Apparently so.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is great. And it's got that little bit of greenery, which is really nice. And not just the potted plants, but also that floral, like, plant arrangement wall feature up top.
Oh yeah.
Which
It's a nice
Works
break.
really well.
Yeah.
It is. It's a really nice break. I'm trying to figure out like why it functionally works so well here, but it definitely does.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's that it kind of mirrors. It creates kind of a mirror of the TV there, which is already a hard break of that white wall.
Mm-hmm.
So having kind of a pattern of that up top, I think helps. So it doesn't feel so lonely. Plus, it adds it ties into kind of some of the other colors in here. Not just the greenery, but also some of the color palette used in some of the photography as well.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Really nice.
I agree. I guess I'm curious about the photography. If it's of the, like, did they do it themselves? Is it their own work? Is it?
I think looking at the person's profile, that might be. I don't know if it's their photography, but it looks like it's maybe of their avatar.
Mm-hmm.
I can't even tell.
It's possible.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it says, and even her profile, she's a part-time decorator. So would you consider her a hobbyist then?
I don't know.
Mm.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if it's her work or not, but I kind of feel like it is, and I think that's even nicer touch.
Agreed. Yeah. But it's great. So well done.
Yep.
Well done.
All right.
And I agree with Shallon. It is tough competition throughout this.
Mm-hmm. So who is behind this one? Does this sign blink?
The sign is empty for me.
Yeah, it looks a media prim though. But
that's
what's showing
strange
for me on this sign here.
So I had looking at the objects. It's by someone named Nicole.
Okay. Edit the owner. Yeah, Nicole. I see that. I'm opening her profile.
I can't read the rest of them. Well, Nicole.
Nicole Amelie Bentega. Yeah.
Bentega.
So.
And again, apologies for if we are mangling some of these names. We're trying our best. All right. So
this is by Nicole. Love the couch. Looks super comfy.
Yeah, she doesn't have any sort of thing in her pics saying that she does this. So this might be one of my fellow hobbyists.
Mm-hmm.
The couch does look super comfy. Big old L.
Mm-hmm.
And we've got a console with all the fun arts, black and white arts, pretty classic, which work really, really well against this. Really, I love the accent walls here, because if it had gone like with a white or gray, a lot of this would be lost in that. But bringing in that kind of orangey color it's almost like a sienna. Maybe.
Yeah, that's what I would call it too.
Mm-hmm. And especially tying it into the horses on the right wall.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Ooh. And I only just noticed the wall where the TV is, and then those shelves on the left have this like I like the simulated lighting that both of them have that complement each other very well there. Yeah. That's fun. Let's see. Having those pillows in the little basket in the corner, I think just makes it look even more inviting and kind of lived in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I figure I knew I recognized the wall piece next to that basket as mithril. Because I have that same one. So
nice.
I really like that piece.
Yeah, we definitely love some mithril. I also like having just the sunglasses.
Yeah.
The chain just in the bowl there. That's fun.
Yep. Very
and
casual.
Just a pile of games.
I saw that too.
This isn't just a showroom. This is a fun room.
Yeah.
Yeah. We do things here.
That. Yeah, I could see that happening here. People on the couch, comfy, watching TV, playing games. I see that in here.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, great job, Nicole.
Yeah.
I would party and play games in your room here.
Yeah.
Really nice. What do we got up next?
Please
Danny
touch for info.
Freese.
Keep. Let's see. I should
they have their own touch for info. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, it's a HUD. Huh. Add it. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Oh, they're a designer.
Okay.
Click for info. Keep. It's a whole folder. Let's see. There's a whole experience happening here.
Oh, I see.
So this was the blinking I was seeing then, because there's like a thunderstorm happening. Oh, they given you PBR.
Environment. Okay, they're giving you environment. Oh.
Are we going to put it on to see it?
I mean, I've got to. Oh my word.
It says, please turn your sounds up and use a night wind light for PBR for the best experience. Included are 2 wind lights for your convenience. The living room is, so it goes on. This is a very lengthy note card. Wow. Lots of thought went into this. Which PBR did you put on?
I put on the first one. I tried both. I think the first one's a little nicer. It gives a bit more of a blue hue to things.
Oh, look at that. Way to go, Danny. Like, let me control your whole experience with my display.
Yes, and Danny is kind of speaking to me as someone who loves lighting.
Oh, for sure.
So, yeah.
And I can turn my sounds up. I have them kind of low, but is there like a lot of... Oh, the rain.
It's rain and occasional thunder rumbly as well.
Okay, I'll leave it turned up for it so people can hear it. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's take a look.
Yeah, so this is a whole vibe. I love... Again, we have some of the green. We have some really nice earth tones in general. We've got this wood board matching some of the brick and not quite brick, but faux brick sort of stuff behind the shelves there.
Okay, yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. And these panels in the frame of the fireplace all play to that very center.
There's actually other music, isn't there? I hear music. I'm turning the music off on the stream, or trying to.
There's music playing from the, there's a little phonograph next to, it's on the left wall, and it's where the music's coming from.
Yeah. I love that they not only provided their own environment, that they've also provided their own music to go with the vibe.
Yeah. And I love a good curtain, and this is a nice curtain. And given the constraints of building in this space, this is super clever of them to create this fake window out to a cityscape.
Yeah.
Like you can kind of do that sort of things with skyboxes, but you could also do this just with your actual build. And and be looking out at something. And that is really a clever idea. And of course, PBR just makes that all the more cool because it's also reflective as a wet window would be.
Yep.
Yeah. Again, like, I don't know if I mentioned that already, but I like the space around the couches in this sitting area. It makes it feel a little more open, and then the couches being pushed in close together makes this space feel very, very intimate. Like, being able to talk to each other and reach each other pretty easily.
Yeah. I love the wall pieces that have the foliage and the lights. I love pieces like that a lot.
Those are by Zaker.
I say Zaker, but Zaker, until someone corrects me, it's Zaker.
All right, Zaker, yes.
Yeah.
So, yes, those are by Zaker, and those are phenomenal. Wow.
I'm just mind blown. Like,
I know, this is really good.
I can't decorate to this degree. And the way they think about putting things together is just, it's like art, right?
It is. It really is.
So interior design and decoration is definitely an art form.
Yeah.
And just the right pieces to put together and the configuration, and like, I just want to cozy up and like chill in this room on a dark and stormy night in my very fancy apartment.
Yeah.
Shallon's feeling it too.
Yeah. Now, before I leave this environment, I actually wanted to peek back because now I'm doing the lighting snob thing. So, Nicole, unfortunately, not much in the way of lighting. I mean, she's got her side lights. This one, which was Forever Brit,
her lights work.
Is pretty well illuminated. Let's see. Okay, let's put those lights on because those are currently off. There we go. Yeah. And then, okay, so the far left lights, unfortunately, those wall lights aren't quite, like, they work, but they don't, like, light up. So, then we got the build by Leor, Kayla. That one's pretty well illuminated as well. I feel like the right side of this room wants more illumination, especially with that really domineering wall piece, that statement piece there. So, it might need some sort of light to illuminate it. Surprisingly, over here, Desie, I feel like this is really good lighting. This is, maybe it was designed with this in mind, but that's a perfectly lit room. Yeah, I'd say. But yeah, I wanted to peek since our friend Danny here said he's throwing down the gauntlet. He?
I didn't even look. I can look. I was just admiring the the environment itself. It's really nice. It's one I'm going to use.
Yeah.
Like, the sky is great. It's not like one of those environments that's totally wonky and it just serves a purpose for what it was designed for, as opposed to being pretty in any context.
Yeah, this is a really nice night sky.
Yeah.
For sure.
So let me look at the properties. Is Janny... Well, it's spelled... Well, no. Is it male, female? What are we...
The avatar is male presenting.
Yes.
So...
Love it.
Very good.
Yeah.
And they are partnered to the owner of Tees Boutique and Builds.
Nice.
All right. Okay, so rolling on. I'm parting from the nighttime.
We're going back to default.
Yeah.
You sound sad.
I feel like we should, just to keep
just
things
to be
even.
fair, right?
Yep.
As if we're judging. We're not. We're just providing our own commentary. But I feel you. Like, I'm like, oh, nighttime was so nice.
Yes, it really is.
All right. Hey, you got that light fixture.
I do. I really like that.
We have that one at SLU HQ.
Yeah, had to. It's just, it's such a fun one.
Yep.
Such a fun one.
Okay, turn my in-world sounds back down.
And that is by Square, but they are not one of the vendors. So let's see. Well, wait, are they? I say they're not. They are. That was the first vendor.
Yeah.
So
well, sponsor. You're saying vendor, but you mean sponsor.
Thank you. I'm using them interchangeably. I don't mean to.
I know.
Yes, sponsors.
Look at this. I love the wall art. I love the faces. I love the PBR. Which reminds me, I should share a link with you. I saw on SL Facebook. No, it was on Toxic Rihanna's Discord server. Apparently, Backbone has put out a survey on what people think about PBR and if they really use it or not, or like it, because it sounds like it's going to impact their design choices. Oh, so I'm like,
yeah, we've got to fill that out. I mean, PBR is excellent, but Second Life and the grid is going to go through another kind of phase. And we did this when lighting first came on board as well, and as lighting evolved. And what I mean by that is there's going to be a period where builds are kind of half one, half another, and things aren't quite looking all congruent and all looking quite right, because you're going to have mixed and matched stuff where some things seem like they should be reflective but aren't because they aren't PBR, right along things that are PBR that look as amazing as PBR does. So I worry a little bit that some people may have a sour opinion of PBR just because it can cause that incongruency when you're mixing and matching things. But, as someone who has lived through a couple of these transitions over the years as new technology has come into SL, just, bear with it and try and create a more beautiful grid as best we can.
Yep.
All right. So that's a weird tangent. I don't know where.
Well, no, because I was talking about Backbone Survey. I'm linking it to you.
Oh.
So you have it in Discord so you can see what I'm talking about.
Gotcha.
But in the meantime, while you were on that tangent / somewhat of a soapbox, maybe a little, I pulled up the profile of the designer of this set. So their name is Willow Zabellin, and they're an SL influencer. I guess technically we are too.
Maybe.
They're the owner of Pink Moon Estate, and they're a wrestling talent acquisition manager as well as a professional wrestler. Excellent. I love this profile. It's just so I wrestle, but I also design amazing spaces. It's just the talents of people, I love it. Yeah. Love to see it. All right. What do we got? I like I always like when there's a little tablet. Do we have this one? I might. I feel like I collect little tablets.
This one is by Peaches. I want to say you have this one.
I pretty much have all of Peaches' clutter.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Love it. Love it.
And that's one thing that I really like specifically about that tablet there is all the rest of the room feels very put together and museum-like, and then this tablet just oh, by the way, people live here, and
and they're doing stuff.
We like to party on our tablet, and we got this mini fridge full of energy drinks or whatever.
Oh yeah, I see that. Well, they are a wrestler. Machine. They need their energy drinks.
Yeah. So yeah, it's I like that little splash of lived in that offsets what otherwise might be a little too like clinical of a space. I think it does a good job of that.
Yeah. I love how the TV's backlit against that wall. I love backlighting in general, I'm finding.
Yeah.
Or giving the illusion of backlight, right? Because I don't think it actually is. I think it's the texture.
I think you're right, but this room is actually well enough lit that I can't quite tell. So
I like the illusion of backlit against that wall. It breaks it up nicely.
It does. It definitely does. So another thing that I like in this build here is the on the upper right, having those little bird ornaments.
Well, you love birds.
I know, but just breaking up that flat panel.
Yeah. It's a nice touch. It's thoughtful.
It is. It is. All right. Well, this is quite nice, Woola. And you enjoy your wrestling.
Wrestling. I hope you win many matches.
Yes.
I think she does. Look how luxurious this room is. I bet she kicks ass in the ring.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Oh, man. All right. Up next is...
color here.
I'm going to have to go... It's called Lunar Touch. I wonder if they're a designer.
Lunar Touch Landscape and Decor.
Lunar is the name of the avatar. Lunar B. Savelli, it looks like. I'm going to bring up their profile. Studio Nova Influencer.
Yeah, Lunar Savelli. Very good.
I love the light fixture.
You know, I love the light fixture, but I also love this ceiling.
Yes, I do too.
One thing that often is overlooked is doing some sort of texturing on a ceiling, and having those different panels is quite nice. And oh my goodness, so that's quite clever. So that paneling is, I believe, so it is built by Lunar. I think that she's just bringing in just the raw prim techniques, the techniques of old, where you're just dropping it, because that's just a bunch of boxes. But look at how nice that looks.
Yep.
Look at how nice that looks.
I'm wondering if the old school builder in you just, it feels like you're loving that.
I do. Yeah, and she's clearly got some of the... How old is this avatar? Only 6 years? Is this an alt? What is going on? She also did her own picture frames over there. Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna stop admiring just the basic prims, because I'm a sucker for that stuff. Like I do like when people do clever things. Like I don't want people to just fully fall back to
old prim ways,
just trying to decorate with prims, because they can't hold up. But they can do things, and ooh, look at that.
The curtains. They work.
They slide and they make noise.
I hear them. Well, shears. Wow. I love a sheer curtain.
Oh, I'm so happy.
Well, what caught my eye was the accent on the wall, the plant accent, the leaves.
Yes.
That caught my eye.
Yes.
I'm like, wait, is that part of the wall? No, it's just an accent. You know, kind of like at the Oasis where we put some accent pieces against the wall. It's like that, but they're like leaves which I love. I want to
Yeah.
know where those are from because I feel like we need those.
The leaves that are close to us on the wall? Oh, no, in the back.
Yeah.
I see. Chai. So those are by Chai.
Huh. I don't know that I've heard of Chai.
I've not heard of. They're called the Dignity Wall Panel Lush.
Now let me ask you if this is just me, but okay, so that little, it looks like a few table pieces she's put together back there to make that kind of gold piece. I mean, it looks like they're put together. Is it one? Because I thought I see some texturing on top.
One.
But my thing is, I feel like it should have like a glass top or something, right?
I would be inclined to agree.
So that's what's distracting me a little bit back there is like maybe even like an oval one to play with the mirrors above it.
Yeah.
Like I feel like that would go there. Maybe some things placed on top. I just feel like that part feels a little unfinished to me, but that's just what's my vibe is. The whole of the room is great, but that one piece back there, it seems like it wants a little something more.
Yeah, I would be inclined to agree. It wants something to make it a more functional console table.
But that being said, look at the coffee table. So they kind of are in the same vibe, right?
Yes.
So I get what is going on if that's the intention. Like to me, that should have a glass top too. Like I just feel like they both need a glass top.
Yeah, I agree with you. Though the coffee table one, that would be a little trickier because they're not all at the same height.
Oh, they're not?
You'd have to,
oh, I see that now. Yeah. But you could make them at the same height.
You could make them at the same height.
Yeah. But I get what you're saying.
Right. But yeah, I agree. If it were me, I would want to have like a glass top and make it just a big old coffee table.
With food.
With food, yeah. But you know, it is a artsy furniture sort of thing, so having it as partial is a choice.
It's a statement. Yeah.
It's a statement. I like the splashes of color. I like the little salmon sort of knot pillows.
Would you say those salmon? They look like orange to me, but
Orange. Might be just orange.
I like that the TV screen is curved. Did you notice that?
Oh yeah, I didn't notice that. I would, but yeah, that is, I mean, quite nice. Quite nice. All right. Well, that looks plenty comfortable. Plenty of firewood here for the fire bar. And we'll leave Lunar here with her lovely curtains.
All right.
What do we got here? Glock Vorhees.
Ooh, Glock Vorhees. What is this logo here? Parcel X Interior Designs. I like that logo. That's fun.
Please use a wind nightlight. We were given one, so yes, we will do that.
We're gonna go back and do that. Okay. Where did you see that? I didn't get any note card.
It's in the bottom left. There's a little thing.
Oh, a sign that says please use a night wind light. Okay. Thankfully, we got one from Danny.
Yes.
So we're going back to nighttime. Here we go.
And it looks amazing. This looks like a perfect little dining area.
Yeah.
I really like this. I appreciate them saying to look at it at night because that really brings out some of the like gold accents and subtleties throughout this.
So this avatar's full name is Scam Likely Skylark Glock Menace.
Ooh.
But I just thought it was a fun name. And they've been in SL for 14 years. So.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to follow this person. Let's see. I like it. Anyway, continue.
Oh, sorry. So, yeah, I think this is the first kitchen / dining area we've
Yes.
seen.
Yes.
Most of them have been like dens and things like that.
I like the elevator. Now, the elevator to me suggests, okay, so this is like a big, like penthouse or something that you have an elevator to another floor.
So you come rolling in. So probably you have the dining, and then if you came out of the elevator to the left where we are, I imagine it would be like a step down into a big, like, den entertainment area.
Because there's a door on the left.
There is.
So where does that door go, I wonder, in the story of this space? Is it the pantry?
Maybe. Could be pantry.
Because I don't see a pantry in here.
Well,
is it a pantry in there?
Yes.
Or is it a bathroom?
Wait, no,
Is that a bathroom? Because I see a sink. Is that, can't tell what's in the corner.
I do see a sink. I can't quite tell what the rest of that is.
Well, it's not a pantry, so I was wrong. I think that's a bathroom.
Okay. Yeah.
That's fun. That's fun that they thought of that. Like, I wouldn't have clicked on that, but of course you did, because you're a clicker.
I got everything.
You do. And that's how we find things sometimes. I just look at something and I'm like, oh, it's broken. And you're like, no, it's not.
All right. So, yeah. So that's to the bathroom, which, fair enough. If you've eaten your fill, you gotta... yeah. And it also gives you a place to wash your hands and stuff that isn't the kitchen sink. And let's see, this looks like this is 8's like kitchen stuff, so we know that's very interactive throughout. And it looks like it's got that smart panel there where it's got cycling through like the weather updates and all that in the kitchen. That's nice.
Oh yeah, look at that. That's nice.
Yeah.
So fancy.
So fancy. It's got the built-in coffee maker.
Wow.
But the lighting chosen in here is phenomenal. I love not just the look of it, but also how it's placed around this skylight, which has a fake starscape up there, which is another nice touch.
Yeah. Just looking up at it.
Yeah. So at night, you get this very intimate romantic lighting, and I can imagine during the day you get a lot of natural lighting come from that skylight, coming from this window, aimed out at the city, etc. So yeah, just really nice. I would eat here.
Yes. It also, I don't know, it feels very masculine to me.
Yeah. I can appreciate that. Yeah.
But this is a man who likes to entertain, because he's got a table for 6, well appointed. That I like it. I like it.
Yeah, table for 6, bar for 3. Our counter island. Yeah. Got a music player over there and everything too.
Where's the music playing?
Well, not playing, but a music player over by the fireplace.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
A real slim one.
Yeah, I see that.
And then opposite that is
headphones.
Wireless headphones. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. To bop around while you're cooking or what have you. Oh, yeah. Those. Yeah. All right. So.
Okay.
Well done. Thank you for telling us to use a nightlight. This looks great. I'm going to keep the nightlight on because this one
looks good in the nighttime too.
Looks like it's it kind of looks like it was made for it as well. Don't know if it was.
Royal K. So landscaping, interior, and exterior design. Oh, there's a Roomba. Do you see it? Oh, I love that.
Keeping that rug clean. Hopefully not rolling into the fireplace.
I love all the no, I was just gonna say tchotchkes. That's what it feels like. Just the collection of items flanking the fireplace.
Yeah.
Like it's not just a mirror of items, right? Each side is different. There's visual interest there.
Yeah, and they're spaced nicely as well. I also really like the statement painting above the mantle. That kind of sets the color tone for the room, which everything ties into very neatly. I wanted to see it in the... Yeah, I think I'm going to go back to the night view. Cause,
you like it in the nighttime?
Yeah, when we can get away with it.
Well, this bedroom just looks really inviting to me.
It does.
And the nighttime suits it. So it's like, okay, and even like going from the kitchen next door to the bedroom, I know they don't go together, but to me it feels like they could.
Yeah, they even have kind of the same color palette.
Yeah.
A bit. A bit.
This one has a door too. Does it open? No.
It does not. I tried it earlier.
Of course you did. It's a lovely door.
It is.
I like the inclusion of a door. It's just... And then like even the light switches on the wall.
Yeah, I like this funky like plant that's up front here, and the way I know it's not at all the same as the thing on the coffee table, but they feel like they play well with each other.
Yeah.
It's like a dandelion vase thing. What's going on the end tables? What do we have here? It looks like the top of the end tables glows, which is kind of interesting.
Did they just set the top as full bright?
Well, yeah, probably, but I think in this case it works because it's deliberate and it complements the lighting, like framing the bed on either side, which is kind of like giving your whole bed a backlight, which is interesting.
Yeah.
Also, this structure here that kind of extends out is cool. Having that indentation and then it wrapping up over the ceiling is pretty neat. And that is also, I think, I mean, they set it to PBR, but that is just two rectangles, textured this time, wrapping over each other. Cool. Nice. Really nice. And this one has an actual AC in it, which is... I mean, it makes sense.
It does, but
the upper left.
I wasn't going to say anything because I wasn't sure you were going to touch on it. But do you think it takes away from the luxury of this room?
I don't know.
Because for me, like if I see a unit like that, it would suggest that maybe it's an older space. Right? Like, I don't know if it's just my regional, I don't see units like that. And when I do, it typically is an older space.
Okay.
So I don't know. To me, honestly, it felt a little bit like an oddball in the setup. But I don't know if it's just my regional.
I can definitely see that.
Like it works. I feel like it does work, but it confuses me a little bit. So that's just me.
If you'd remove it, but we have working curtains, so that makes up for it.
Like everything else in here is so nice and chic, and then there's that. Like I don't understand it. I mean, I know what it is. I understand its function, but in the room, it doesn't feel like it goes with it. Just my personal
I wonder
take.
if it's something where, like, he wanted to put. I'm not sure if it's he. They wanted to put something up there, and that just came to mind. Because I definitely understand wanting something to counterbalance the stuff folding up from the bed, on the opposite wall. So having something over there that's kind of an opposite position and opposite color does visually make sense to me, but I agree having something other than an AC unit might be a good choice.
And it's a female, or as I say, female presenting avatar.
Okay.
Jewel Jouncy Huta.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Jewel, this is a cozy bedroom.
It is.
Very nicely done.
All right. Staying in nighttime. This room works with nighttime too.
This is really well lit. This is quite bright. This is
Nia Monet
Gian.
Yeah.
Gian, yeah.
Also landscaping, interior and exterior design. So
Yeah.
let me get their profile up while you start talking about it.
So yeah, this has again a lot of the green palette and earth tones mixed with the white and black that we've been loving. One thing that jars me a little bit, which my eye keeps going to, so I like, I'm gonna have a lot positive to say. I apologize for this, but I really like those back panels with the like patterning on them, and the fireplace just obstructing one of them so harshly.
It hurts your head.
It hurts me a little bit. Yeah,
I could see that. Yeah.
I want to see it. But I get it. It had to go somewhere. But again, love like the way that I love this lush green rug. Like, it's not just the color, but it just looks like soft and squishy, and I want to step on it.
It does. It does.
Right?
Yeah. And they had to do the thing where they had to have the table kind of floating above it because of how like lumpy and plushy the carpet is. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I love that carpet, that rug. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I love the off-placed rug too. Like, you know, the oval one underneath the square. It all works together. I think it plays with the curves of the furniture.
Agreed.
And it feels right.
It connects that one, the white rug there. I feel like it connects the whole thing together. Like, it's linking the flow of that couch and continuing that over and saying, okay, it is a break. It's no longer the couch, but we're wrapping around here to these seats. And I think that's visually very nice.
Agreed.
And we have a luxury cat tree, which must be for luxury cats.
Luxury cat tree for luxury cats. How funny. It goes well with the carpet, the rug.
It does go.
It's lumpy and plush.
Carpet.
Yeah. I want to know where the cat is in the scene.
Yeah. Presumably, they sometimes have issues with the cats because maybe they're locked out of the room for knocking things over.
Maybe.
I was, because there's a lot of stuff that looks breakable on some of these shelves on the left, and cats love that.
I love this piece by the fireplace that's bothering you. I love the little squares.
Oh, yes.
And that mirror piece, that window piece, and hi, Suri's here. And Suri said, my cat just said, why don't I have that?
Oh, yes. Luxury cat.
Luxury cat post. See, look, there's even a little cat bed by the fireplace. Although that could be a dog bed. Honestly, it's kind of big. But I would assume cat because of the cat furniture.
Yeah, this is almost certainly a cat cat bed. And cats need their space. I like this a lot. Although they also did the air conditioning thing. Is that one of the items?
Oh,
that's actually...
maybe. Yeah, I see it.
So, let's see. That is by Philip Roman. What store actually is this? Because now I'm curious. And that might tip us off as to why it's being used, too. I don't think it's one of the sponsors. It's Prestige Furniture.
Okay.
Is the maker? Is Prestige one of our...
I don't recall.
Let me double check the list before I say that they're not. It does not appear that they are. But they got used twice, and maybe...
Well, here's my theory, because I've been looking at the profiles, right? It appears that the person here, was it Nia? And the person next door are connected by a sorority.
Okay.
So I don't know if it's just something that they use. I don't know. Now I'm curious, like, why? Also, if you see, the doors are lined up in the similar place, like almost the rooms are connected.
Yeah.
So these two people know each other.
Right.
That's my guess. But I'm really curious why they're using the AC unit.
Sorry, you've not heard of this competition? Well, we made an announcement about it before it actually got started. This is Elevate, and it is great. And it is put on by 8.
And a bunch of other designers.
And a bunch of other sponsors and designers, yes. And it is a competition not only for professional designers, but also hobbyist designers. And they had quite a prize pool. They are planning on doing it twice a year.
Yes.
I believe.
Yes.
And so this was like this round, and there will be another one later in this year. But maybe if you are keen to get your design on, you can jump in that round. There is going to be an awards ceremony as well, and that's coming up. I don't have the schedule in front of me, but
I can probably pull it up.
If you dig into our channel, we do have that covered.
We do.
In an earlier video as well.
All right, so I do have the timeline. So
okay,
the resin period had ended on the 29th of May, and this venue is open to the public. And it's open from now to June 14th. Judging Day has passed, actually. It's June 2nd. And then the grand winner celebration is Sunday, June 15th at 10 a.m. So, and I think, Tour, you may or may not be there for the grand winner celebration. It's Sunday. It's a little early, I think, for you.
I will try, but I can't make any promises.
Right. And because I'm going out of the country on vacation soon, we wanted to make sure we got in to spotlight all the people who are competitors. And I'll be very curious to see who wins.
I am too.
But I follow them on my SL Facebook, so I'm sure whether you stream or not, there will be posts about the winner. So
and they have multiple tiers of winners, and they do the winners and prizes for both categories of professional and hobbyist. And I really admired the fact that they made the decision that both get the same, like, equivalent prizes. So I think that's really cool of them. And we are in matching outfits. But,
we are.
I don't know what Moschino means.
No, it's I don't know if that's a designer probably, but no, we are wearing Betrayal. Yeah, I found them. I'm wearing Cleo and he's wearing Leo, and I found it at Daydream today when I was just going to go get a hoodlum pregnancy swimsuit that. I don't know about you guys, but when I go to an event for one thing, I swear it's like the last booth I find. So, and I was distracted by hair. I saw hair and I was like, ooh. And then I just started walking the whole event. And then Yaritza emerged and the whole bit. And that's what happened. And then this is not, I wanted to wear this because it's matchy-matchy, but it's not maternity. So I'm like, all right, Yaritza it is. And Tour's like, fine, this one time, that's fine. So
I'm also gonna go ahead and post the slurl in the chat just so we have that out there as well.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay, well, this is a lovely cat den, and I'm sure that whatever cat lives here enjoys it very much.
Yes. I love the chandelier too. That's very opulent.
Yes, it is.
But you know me
opulent.
and chandeliers.
Yep.
Yep. All right. Are we ready?
All right. We are ready.
This one works at nighttime too.
Yep.
They have a giant time on the wall, which I kind of dig.
Marikit, Carolina?
Let's see.
They do have a giant time on the wall clock.
Edit. Yeah, so it looks like this person has been in Second Life for 15 years. CKCloud is what their display name is. Okay. CKCloud Properties. So they have vacation home, resort, Airbnb. They have a website. So, yeah. So CKCloud Lux Archipelago, CKCloud Interior and Landscape. So they're a designer and property owner.
So the Dyson fan directly in front of the fireplace is a choice. It's something you can do. I am purely nitpicking there, and I apologize for that. But
well, I also feel like the fireplace should be lined up. It's not centered. Like, is that something that can be adjusted, or is it its own piece? Like, I would have nudged it a little bit to be centered in that panel that's open.
It looks like so the fireplace is its own piece. So it does look like you could achieve what you're wanting to do there.
Is that just me, or?
I agree with you. I would want to do that as well. And that would kind of balance things up. I kind of wonder if it was done this way to make the wall thing there, the thermostat, accessible / make sense, but that but I agree. I would want it more centered up, or to have the furniture centered with it in a closer way. Well, you could do it that way as well.
I do like the TV on a stand. That's an interesting take.
Yeah, that's different.
They too have some, they have their computer, their laptop on the coffee table. Oh, they have the book that says Elevate. It's like a coffee table book of Elevate SL Awards. That's fun. That. You want that? Where can we get it to her? Oh, look at that. My goodness. Wow. It opens to her.
Oh, so this is probably like the book that I did for the thing.
Maybe.
Is this the same type of book?
Can you turn pages?
I'm trying to.
You can.
Okay, good. This is by Schwartzman.
Yeah, this is a book you made of your exhibit, didn't you?
I did, yeah.
We had a book in our original Unity house of your work.
Yeah.
So you do have this book then, right?
I do have this style
So she just customized it.
Yeah, and this is a really nice way to showcase yourself.
Yeah.
Like, that's much nicer than just in my opinion,
a note card. Card. Are there more pages?
Yes, I think so. Yeah.
Oh, wow, you're doing too fast.
Sorry, there we go.
Oh, that's the end there, she says.
Well, if that's the end, what is it? What's the last 2 pages?
I don't know, gray?
What are the last 2 pages? Why
gray?
Are they gray?
Because that's all she had.
But, oh.
I like what she did there, though, a lot.
I do too. I'm gonna leave it open to her facey face. I think that's nice.
I love that. That's a nice touch.
Yeah, it is. And again, oh no, what have I done? Stop. I didn't mean to do that.
What did you do?
Well, I clicked on the laptop and it zoomed in, and then it actually like started doing things.
Oh no, I didn't see that on my end.
I'm not gonna do that. No, it was just me. Okay. Anyway, I'm gonna stop clicking before I get in trouble. So I do also like you said, you've got the clock piece over there, but that backlit art piece and framed by these narrow floor-to-ceiling walls is also quite luxurious looking. Got the whole, penthouse sort of vibe thing going there.
Yeah.
So,
I like the recessed ceiling piece that's also lit.
Yes.
And it creates a nice frame for that light fixture.
Yeah, it creates a nice frame for the light fixture, and it also kind of does that mirroring thing where you have this walk space on the ground that's all around the seating area, and it's kind of echoing that in the ceiling.
I like that it provides some visual interest to the ceiling, like you were commenting on the other display. I also like the textures that are used on the walls.
Yeah.
So nothing feels untouched.
So they're not just flat.
Yeah. Yeah. So the room doesn't feel crowded, but it definitely feels like every surface was touched.
Yes.
And that kind of, for me, gives it a really complete feel.
It does.
And the giant clock is like, it fills that space, because without it, it'd be calling out for something. And I think putting that digital timepiece there is just really, I don't know, modern, chic, like just clever. It goes like the room has a feel of, some technology to it as it is. So having that piece there too really works.
Agreed. I'm going to make one comment about the digital clock, and this is kind of to Knoxwood. I don't know if this is an option on the clock. However, I don't think anyone else will ever notice or care, but I do notice and care. Your numbers are sans serif. Your PM AM has kind of serifs, and it's confusing me. And because it's intended to be like a very modern sort of look, I would make the AM PM lettering very clean lines to match the numbering.
Okay.
That's just it's purely a font aesthetic thing. Again, nobody will care. Absolutely nobody will notice.
Except Tor.
So, yeah, I do. I can't help it.
I know.
This one also has a nice little Roomba, and it's colored to match the room. So, yeah.
And I've been watching it, for the most part. It seems to be minding things and not like just traveling through furniture.
Yeah. Oh, that's good.
Well, it kind of just slid under there, but yeah.
Yeah. It's having a good old time.
Yeah. And Surrey had commented earlier about clearing the computer search history. I don't know if you saw that in the chat when you were zoomed in on the computer.
Okay.
While you're there, clear the search history.
All right. So, well done, Marikit.
Yes.
Yes.
All right. The next room, is it going to stand up to the night test? I think it feels a little dark.
It feels a bit dark, so we're
going to turn the lights on for it?
Yeah. Okay. Gonna have to.
Region default it is. Woo! That's bright. We've been in the dark for a little while, so I'm like, ooh, somebody turn on the lights.
It's weird, though. It's weird that this is as poorly lit as it is, because I'm going back tonight. And yeah, it has these long repeating lights in the ceiling, and this is one of those cases where you just got to tweak the lighting.
Yeah.
And poke at it. So we've even got lighting over on the plants that should be illuminating more than they are.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's definitely not holding up in nighttime.
That aside, though, I think this is a lovely spa retreat of a bathroom.
It is. It is.
It's very big. And I guess for me, I feel because of how the other rooms have been, I feel like it's calling out for something in the middle-ish, right? Like,
I was going to say the same. It feels very vacant in the center. And I get that for a bathroom, typically, or like a spa sort of area, it might be okay. It also typically probably would be a more narrow room, which might be why it's feeling this way. But I agree with you. I would almost wonder. I know that we saw some of those when we were touring 8. We saw some of those really nice, like, luxury tubs that were also kind of freestanding.
Yes.
Dropping one of those right in the middle feels like that would.
That's where my mind went to. Like, this, like, could have had a statement tub or something in the middle. But that's where I feel like my eye is just kind of drawn to that vacant space. So, and especially after seeing so many setups where the center is so fully occupied.
Yeah.
I also noticed she did a lower ceiling than the others, which was interesting. So, and I mean, I get it. I like the feel of it. So.
Yeah.
But it looks like. Go ahead.
Go ahead. No.
I was going to say, because I like the fact that she kind of made the space her own with the drop ceiling, but in so doing, she probably could have made it more narrow as well. You know, to make the space.
I was going to say similar.
Yeah.
Because I do think that is the unfortunate thing is, like, bathroom sets, they're not necessarily intended to fill like an entire entertainment space in the same way. So yeah, narrowing it up in the same way that it dropped the ceiling would go towards making it feel less vacant. But the parts that are decorated, like looking at just the walls, this is quite nice.
I really like what they did with the fireplace.
Yeah, I like the fireplace. I like the position of the fireplace next to the tub there, and the tub being flanked by these cool plant light things. It's that just looks super relaxing to me. Just being surrounded by a bit of foliage, a little crackling fire, get your soak on, get a book out, have a relaxing time. Absolutely. Why
are you struggling with?
The toilet feel weird there to me? I think for me it's because I'm so used to having some sort of counter space.
You're not used to a luxury toilet and luxury bathroom.
I'm not. I'm really not. Although, I guess this is... What is the double roll going on? So we have the normal roll over on one side, and then we have this blue roll on the right side.
I see that, and I don't know.
All right. There's probably a reason for it.
I'd be curious if anybody in the chat could speak to that. Is there something with double rolls?
Yeah.
Is that how unfamiliar Tour and I are with luxury?
Yeah. I mean, that's very possible. I don't get to engage with luxury in First Life. That's not the life I live.
Well, part of my thinking is maybe one is more wet because it's blue. Like maybe they're like wipes on a roll. And the other one's toilet paper.
I could see that.
Does it have any identifying information? Edit. Lola toilet paper.
Toilet paper.
And the other one is
by 8, the Horizon Bath Accessories set. Luxury is unhinged. No clue. Okay, so we're not alone. Okay. Well, I'm glad we're not missing something obvious.
I'm going to go with, I think the one is a roll of wipes and the other one's regular. So
I'll accept that answer.
Yep. I don't know how I feel about a plunger like that. Like, I feel like the plunger should be contained because, you know, the plungers touch things that are not pleasant.
It wants to be in a container.
It does, but, you know, it's the Second Life. It's not touching anything.
Yeah.
But
I mean, if you're living this kind of lifestyle, you might just have that for show.
Yeah.
And if something happens with the toilet, you call maintenance and they take care of it. Yep. They don't touch your plunger. That's just for show.
I like Shallon's theory. Good guess. Imagine it's just because one disappeared when rezzing. That sounds like #SL problems.
Wow. Oh my gosh.
I don't know if I completely agree with Shallon though, because it is balanced. At least you got toilet paper rolls on both sides. Yeah. Left-handed, right-handed, whatever your need is, you're going to be able to wipe.
Yeah. All right. Well, it's a nice spa bathroom area.
Yeah.
Well done.
Enough time in the bathroom. You're already moving us on.
Next. Time in the bathroom. Food.
Ooh, all right. This is by
kitchen.
Info Bay. Oh, that's interesting. That's what the sign says.
Yeah, Info Bay.
So this is, Info Bay.
X-Info, and owner of Simple Cute.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, so this person did bring their walls in somewhat.
Yes,
but
they did.
They did it so that they could do some reseated stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not sure, is this actually... Okay, this is... Not that they brought the walls in, this is part of the square kitchen modular system thing,
Gotcha.
It looks like. So those are all kind of panels that you can construct your kitchen and counter space off of, which is cool.
I want to know now, is the island and the table, like, did the designer do that? Did they do that? Or did it come like that?
This is kind of.
Okay.
Hold on. No. So the builder did this. So the kind of, because you're talking about like the part that's underneath where it's all
like it looks like a table and an island meshed together, but I wasn't sure if it was the designer doing that or the creator of the furniture item.
It was the decorator doing that.
Interesting.
Because the island is made by 8.
Uh-huh.
And then these console tables are a bunch of standalone console tables made by 12. And they've decided that this makes the island look a little more interesting, and it does, in fairness.
It does.
Yeah. That's a clever touch.
Yeah.
That said, I do wish that those console accents that they put there, I wish that either they were a different color or that some other part of this kitchen had that color to play off of, because those are...
Are you talking about the black parts?
Yeah,
there are the black lights above it. And there's the black pieces of the plant, and there's the black cook surface.
Okay.
And there's a black, like, geometric thing behind the shelves.
Okay.
So I see it. Okay. I get it.
Okay. Fair enough, then. Like the black shelves in the background with the maze sort of pattern. Okay, yeah. Yeah, that is pretty interesting looking. Let's see. I do like this counter space. And is this what I think it is? Okay. I also really like the addition of just this little eating nook on the right side.
Okay, I was going to ask you about that.
Because you've got the main island. It should be centered up a little bit better, but
yeah, I see that.
Otherwise it looks really nice there. Then of course just got the cocktail and coffee bar. So with the addition of like a larger set of tables, this almost could feel like a upscale like hotel breakfast area too.
Yeah, I was thinking that because this just seems like two very different seating arrangements. Like they're not together, they're separate. So that's where I was feeling that kind of like sort of like a cafe vibe, not necessarily somebody's house. So that's the vibe, and I think the way you said it kind of nailed it. Was the like hotel, right? Kind of
like
eating space.
Hotel.
Yeah. That's what it felt like to me too.
That's kind of the feeling I get. Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Well, that's a lovely kitchen.
Yes. And how are we doing?
I enjoy all the on time.
So I'm just seeing,
we're approaching the halfway mark as far as contestants go.
Okay, I'm good to go. Was just seeing what we got ahead of us. All right. Gotcha. So this space is. I like that she put her picture there. That's fun.
Oh yeah, that's fun.
I don't get a note card or anything, but let's see. Her name is Minio.
Minio.
Minio, maybe?
Yeah, I think Minio.
Minio. So she's a blogger, mommy, creator, wife.
Oh.
Looks like there's a recent wife. April 5th of this year.
Nice, congratulations.
All right. So they might be a hobbyist. I don't see anything that says they're officially a designer.
Okay, well, I love how this space looks just right off the bat. And it's also very different from a lot of the looks that we've seen so far.
Yes.
Because we have, of course, the actual accent, like wall fully being a carved mural, but we also have this like wood side paneling on both of the side walls, and I really like that one of them also has like a door hidden in the paneling. That's really interesting to me. Like, well, my eye is drawn to that statement piece at the back of the room for sure, but I feel like the room it has a nice flow and a nice feel to it. It does. It does.
We also have Zach joining us in the chat, so I want to say hi to Zach too.
Hi, Zach. One thing that does a really interesting thing to me visually is the lines in the ceiling going and drawing more attention to that back wall with the way that they're all, perspective causes them all to be aiming and pointing in that direction. And then, of course, this fun seating area where it's got 4 coffee tables arranged together, which I think is a clever touch. It's like you could just do like 1 or 2, or just have one big one, but I really like this quad arrangement with a gap in the middle. The colors and shades of brown, like the earth tones in general here are very, very calming to me.
And Zach saying it makes the room look taller,
Yeah. The inclusion of a coat rack here also has that feeling of being very inviting, I think. If I were to, like try to dig at critiquing, while it does kind of tie together, like I get the painting on the left and the pillow, and those work well. And I feel like the rug works well, but some of the all white furniture I'm struggling with visually, and I'm not sure why that is. And that's the seating and even the lamp back there.
Mm-hmm. Well, the
feels
pillow
like it wants to.
There's that black and white pillow as well, but
the black and white I can actually work with kind of, because it plays into kind of like a zebra motif. Ish, and it's got that, and it's got the painting on the wall, and it's got the rug, which has kind of its breaking up of it.
So you're saying you feel like the couches or the seating needs its own kind of patterning and not just be solid white?
Or if they were tinted in some way, to me, it would work better. But that might just be me. Like, I really like the leather cushion and the color of that, and I feel like if the seating were more that like light brown, it would play nicer to. But it's all subjective stuff. Like, yeah, I could kind of see what you're saying, but I don't know that I feel the same way. Like, yeah, it's all subjective stuff.
Yeah, I feel like it works still, but I totally get what you're saying, and it maybe some tinting would improve that. So, okay.
To me, it just, I kind of want everything to more lean into what's already kind of commanding the space, and otherwise they feel like they're taking me out of that scene a bit, which makes me sad because I love this.
You want to be a part of the scene.
I want to be a part of this scene. This is great.
Yeah.
So, really well done.
All right. Are you ready for the next one?
Yeah, ready for the next one.
Okay.
What do we got over here?
Oh, we got another giant clock.
We got another giant clock.
And this person is Ruthless Lala. Is that what I'm reading?
Oh. Ruthless Lala. Your evil twin.
Yeah, Ruthless Lala.
Jeez.
So this is Lala Araki Glacier.
Okay.
And I don't see anything. The profile is pretty clean, except for groups. 9 years old. Probably a hobbyist then, if they're not promoting their own company.
Probably.
So what did Ruthless Lala put together for us?
Well,
a bedroom.
It is a bedroom, yeah. And this one does some interesting stuff where we have I want to start with the bed because it feels like it's commanding itself to be slightly separated from the rest of the room by creating this white carve out, so to speak.
Okay.
So it's got its like massive accent wall, which looks really cool, especially with the like metal inlays and trimming and stuff. And then we've got these end tables and the plants even. And then I suppose you've even it isn't entirely a carve out because on the opposite wall, of course, it's got the white entertainment set console. And again, I'm struggling with that. Like, I want to tint the entertainment console.
Why do you feel the need to tint?
I don't know why.
Some things are meant to pop.
I know.
Though I think for me, the winner in this room is that rug. I love
the
rug.
Is fantastic.
I love the chairs on the rug.
Yes.
I feel like the bed is small. Like, I feel like the bed is small for this space. I I mean, I don't know, maybe it's just understated. Maybe that was meant. I don't know. Because that wall unit's so big and strong, and I don't know.
I mean, the bed is pretty sizable. I think it may just look small because
it feels small.
It's got that massive wall next to it, and it's not quite as wide as that. And then it's across from this really massive console thing. But the bed itself is pretty sizable.
Suri's asking about the curtains. They're from Square. They're called velvet curtains.
Yeah, Square, which is one of the sponsors.
Yep, you got it.
You know what I think it is really is I'm really, really partial to earth tones, and when a room starts to go into earth tones, and then a large part of it is just flat white, I'm like, but there are so many earth tones you could play with. Like, it's a nice spectrum of colors, as that rug demonstrates, because it's got like 5-6 hues just in it.
Yeah.
And I want to play in that space more, and that's purely a personal preference. Not everyone goes there.
I like the light fixtures. They feel like the tops of mushrooms.
They do.
Yeah.
And
it plays with that earth feel that you're talking about.
Yeah, and they also look like they are. Are they part of the same set? No, they're not. They're not part of the same set, but they definitely look like they go with the chairs. Those chairs look weirdly super comfortable.
Well, I definitely feel like I don't know if you were already alluding to this, but the light fixture and the chairs and the rug, that whole piece seems like it's its own setup, right? Like it's its own thing right there. And then the bed and the side tables and that accent wall is another setup. Like they're on their own. I don't feel like I mean I could see the tie-in.
The bed definitely is carving itself out as separate from. I think the seating space is intending to be connected to the console, but that is where I want to do the thing. That's a really interesting mirror back there too, though. The oddly shaped one, the octagon. Huh, I like it. I like that.
And Zach, I see Zach's comment.
Fill every room with too many plants. I mean, I love that. So
I don't think Tour sees a problem with that.
Yeah. Keep going. Keep going. What are some of your favorite plant creators, Zach? Maybe we'll trade notes. So anything else you want to add about Ruthless Lala?
No, I think I dig the name. And then is this records that are over here on the side?
Yeah, so that makes sense, because you can't be a Lala without loving music.
Yeah, I think it's like a big old speaker, right?
Yeah.
And looking for the record player. I don't see one. But
I think it's kind of the record player itself is absent. The records might just be a collection.
Yeah.
And this person, they don't bother with records. They just play the actual recordings on their
Google
smart
TV
system.
Yeah.
And I understand this.
Yeah.
Records they're genuinely a pain in the ass to keep going.
Yeah, I get it. All right, Ruthless Lala. There you have it.
Yeah.
All right. Do we have another bathroom?
Another bathroom.
This is quite different.
Now, this one, they did the actual space where it's not a big open space. They created sections. I'm liking this.
So this is Image O'Shea, it looks like.
Okay.
And landscaping and decor. So this is what they do.
Gotcha. I think that some of the water did not get moved quite right.
Oh.
So the water that's being emitted is not quite lined up with but
that's a cool shower though. I would want a shower that hits me in all the places.
Yeah. That would be really nice. And I also like this tub with the water feature behind it.
Yep. Mm-hmm. You just feel like you're surrounded by water in here.
Yeah, and then you've got green up above.
Yep. Oh yeah, I love that. It's like a mossy kind of ceiling.
Yeah.
I also love that there's like a sitting area next door. So where you can like unload your shopping. And then just hop in the shower. Like, oh, it was a rough day of shopping. I've worked up quite a sweat with all the shopping.
Oh my goodness.
So let me unload my Chanel and things here. And then strip down and enter the spa. Yeah. See, like this one, it doesn't feel vacant. I know there's nothing in the middle, but there's that rug. There's the light fixture. There's the big kind of demanding shower bath arrangement. So it feels more occupied. So.
Agreed. I also like this vanity setup.
Yes.
It's minimalistic sort of, but just, you know, just having that. Though it is begging for somewhere for things you would use with the vanity to be like on a shelf or a little cart stand or something.
Maybe. They have room between the sink and the plants, or maybe they could have done like a low table or something. Yeah. Or some kind of, like you said, rack or shelving
like having
something.
Your creams on there and your hand towels and things like that.
Shallon, all that shopping for skincare and body goods. Time to try them out. That's true.
But maybe that's the idea: is you don't do that at the sink.
You do it over here.
You go over to the seating area.
Yeah, and you unload your body and skincare. You work it up there. Come over to the sink.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like it.
I feel like I might knock my head on the shelf getting up from the toilet, though.
You might, actually. Yeah. And I wonder if it was meant to be centered and maybe lifted up a little bit. Because it is, or maybe not.
Or they could be flanking either side, or they could be moved, but not directly above.
Yeah.
But otherwise.
Maybe the thought was so you could reach the toilet paper, but you're going to have to watch your head.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then Suri was, Zach was saying, I'm sure there's a skincare pantry.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they've got all these drawers and things in the seating area, so probably that's where it all is, because it's got also the hand towels and all the other towels here. So that's probably what's happening.
Yeah. I'm checking the lights.
Of course, the great light.
Yep.
That's such a good light system. Oh. All right. So, continuing on. So we are officially through more than half of them now.
Well, we got to keep going because there's no other streaming after today for me.
I know. I'm just commenting.
All right.
This is a minimalistic approach.
I knew you were gonna play it this one. Either they didn't have enough competitors, or this one failed to. Something happened where they couldn't do their thing. But this is very minimalist. Yes, I agree. I concur. Tour, you're so silly. All right, so this one.
Lezius.
Let me get. There's not a note card. Let's see. Edit. And this is Zeus. I don't know. They're a year old. I don't see. This is also a very clean profile. Just group showing. Zeus. That's why I'm reading it as Zeus. Lezius. So, is that another air conditioning unit up there?
It's another air conditioning unit.
Interesting. That one's different.
That one is very different.
It's a little more modern looking.
Yeah.
But again, I don't know if it's just a regional thing. Like, you don't see those in my area. So...
I see them pretty commonly in Florida.
Yeah, well, I'm in California, and I live in, like, the suburbs. And I don't see those. So, just, again, regional.
You are correct that they do tend to be in some of the older type buildings that have been, like...
Modernized?
Modernized, yeah.
I love the PBR on this floor.
Yeah, the PBR on the floor is really... Yeah, the shininess of it, the reflectivity of it. I just right off the top, I really like that window view. And
are they in Florida?
Around that. It looks that way. But I was also admiring that the curtains are functional-ish. They don't like animate, but I like all these different options that you've got. That's cool. And those are by Soy.
Oh, Soy.
Neat curtains.
Fashion furniture. I've always said that.
Yeah. Fashion, yeah. So you've got kind of not quite backlighting of the TV, but lighting around the paneling that is the TV is placed on. And I like the paneling, especially the fact that it has like this extra shelf in absence of like a fireplace mantle. Like this is what you've got here.
Yep.
Which is cool. Then we've got the I like that all the furniture is very roundy, and that plays nicely with...
Did you say roundy?
I said roundy. And I'm going to stick with that.
The furniture is nice and roundy. Sounds very professional.
I like my furniture like I like my women. Roundy.
Roundy. Got it.
Yeah. And like that makes the furniture kind of stand out because everything else in here is very angular. So, just visually that's kind of interesting. And yeah, the floor, it pops especially because of the darkness of the walls. I feel like this space would not work as well if the walls were primarily light colored.
Yeah, I agree. The dark walls and the light floor and ceiling are really a nice contrast. The furniture plays well with it as well. Even the one blue piece of furniture, like, for me, it works because it's against that backdrop of the outdoors.
Exactly. It ties into it's been an ocean view.
Yeah, and it's bringing the outside in. Which I love.
I do too.
Yeah.
I definitely do as well.
Shallon. He does though, Shallon. That's what got me in the first place. He's a wordsmith. He just sucked me in, and I've never regretted it.
And yeah, this one also has a little bit of the interest in the ceiling. It's more subtle, but it has the series of squares as you know.
I like the ceiling, and it drew me in right away because it feels like over bright. Like the light is so bright, but it's not. It's weird. It's like bright, but not overpowering like it's wrong, Like it works in the space.
And I don't know, did you look at this in night view?
No. Should I be in nighttime again? You didn't tell me we switched back to nighttime. It's daytime outside.
Well, I've been toggling back and forth.
Of course you have.
So
it's going to be so fun when you're doing the streaming because people will see the craziness that is Tour when you're watching him interact with SL. That's coming. In the next 3 weeks, you're going to see Tour stream, and it's going to be so different. Just got to buckle up.
Yeah.
Anyway, let me switch to tonight.
Get your motion sickness meds.
Yeah. Okay, nighttime.
I'm not quite as nice with the camera.
It's good for nighttime
right?
too. Yeah.
It's great for nighttime, and
But
the ceiling.
you got to close the blinds
especially-
now. Close.
Okay.
Like I feel
yeah.
like they should be closed for nighttime, because
Yeah,
it
that's
still
fair.
doesn't work. I mean, you could do that. That looks like maybe things are setting, like sun setting, or something outside.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
But
you want to
that's-
change the back texture to be like a night. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel that.
Yeah. I like it.
I kind of like it half open like that.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Because then it minimizes how blue it is out there, and you could get away with a nighttime in my head. So.
Yep. Agreed.
Mm-hmm.
But you see what I mean about the ceiling? Like, it looks really interesting at night.
Yeah, it does. It does. This to me definitely feels like a high-rise apartment in some luxury location, whether it's
Miami
or some other beachfront place. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
It feels very Miami to me.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Very good.
All right.
Are we staying at nighttime for the next one?
Yeah, I think we can do it.
Okay.
I think we can get away with it.
Oh, I love that couch. It's so naughty, and that sounds like, you know what I mean? Not naughty like X-rated.
What a naughty couch.
What's so
Well,
naughty?
it is. It is an adult couch, so.
It is a naughty adult couch.
Yeah.
But it just looks like one of those naughty pillows that's stretched out to be a couch.
Yes.
Like, it's visually interesting.
It is. I don't know how comfortable it would be to sit on, but don't have to worry about that myself.
And are you opening curtains again? Oh, windows. Oh, interesting. Did you break that?
Yeah. Well, no, I didn't break it.
I don't think it was meant to be clicked is the problem. Stop breaking it.
I don't think. Let me
put it back.
Get them back to.
Yeah.
I'm trying.
You broke it. Great.
And
And we have video evidence that you broke it. Good thing they've already been judged and tours not rolling through break-in sets.
So it looks like those are slidey doors that were arranged to be just a big old window, French window.
Okay.
And not intended to be sliding doors. I just
yes.
I click on
you can't
things
help it.
sometimes.
I know. Okay, so for me, I love the nature feel that's been brought into this room, with the trees and like the naughty couch and the rug, and then the little tables look like, like a tree stump.
Yep.
And like molded. But I also like that there's more structure with the chairs and the table versus the naughty couch. Like, it's an interesting blend of like nature, like organic, and then structured nature. That's what the vibe I'm getting.
I agree. I can't get this out of my head, and I see it, and so I need others to see it. I want you to look at the tables.
Okay. And this is by Kim, by the way. Kim. Okay, what about the tables?
I like these tables. They're called the Clio coffee table, so it's after you. They look like udders, though.
Okay,
and I apologize, but
you always think cow. That's how you roll. I do not see udders, but
okay,
I see how you can. Yes.
Okay, fair enough.
I do not think Kim's intention was udder tree tables.
No, I don't think it was either.
Okay. I just think they're uniquely carved wooden tables.
I like them.
Yes.
I like them.
Kim also has no pics. So we've come into the stretch of people who have oddly empty profiles. But I don't know if it's just me.
I also like that kind of what I'm seeing here with this. Sorry, I'm kind of shutting down mentally at the moment.
What? Why? Why are you shutting down mentally? Is your bandwidth? Have we reached your bandwidth?
Not quite.
Because we got to get all the way through it.
I know, we're working on it.
All right.
The back wall and its like segmentation. I think makes it look much more interesting than if it were just like a flat wall.
I see what you mean. I hadn't noticed that.
That's what I was trying to get at, but I don't know why I was struggling with that.
Because your bandwidth, you're reaching your back's bandwidth.
Yeah, it's subtle. It's very subtle.
Yeah.
But it does make it look more textured and more interesting.
I like it.
Mm-hmm.
You know that because we were talking about Roundy earlier, you see that vase back there?
I do.
I believe it should be one of those fat yoga ladies. You know, from, is it granola?
I think it is.
Like if this was you, you would have had one of those fat yoga lady planter things back there.
It is
granola, isn't it? You have like the whole collection of them.
I do, but I have a ton of granola stuff.
True. I think it is even called like fat lady something or other. That's fine. I don't want to slow you down with that. Your bandwidth is running low. So don't look. It's fine. And we'll link it later if we figure it out.
Granola lady vase, yes.
That is not probably the one, but that's fine. Because I know that one. I turned that one into a tip jar.
Oh, okay.
But we're fine. Let's keep going. So I like the wall inserts, though, on the either side of the TV. That's a nice touch.
Oh, yeah. They definitely, they break up the wall in a way that complements the TV.
Do you think they're speakers?
You could do that.
Yeah. I'd like to think they're speakers because that's a very nice way to decorate, like snazz up speakers. If that's the case. They could just be accent pieces as well, so.
Yeah, I definitely could see them being speakers. And my pause there is it has nothing to do with SL. It's more a First Life thing, which is when you start putting covers over speakers like that, you're dampening the sound, which maybe is your desire, but you can't. The light foam covering speakers is about as much as you can get before you start like really quelling the sound coming out of them.
Well, the speaker theory was just my theory, so it may not even be that. They may just be accent pieces to the wall. Yeah,
I think it's a good theory, and it definitely could play that way, especially in SL. But they are called feature wall panels, so at least the object is considered just that.
Yeah, not a speaker.
And they have a big old sound bar underneath the TV, which is probably more the thing.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
This room just feels really warm to me. I like it.
They've also got a sage candle. I like that.
Is it in the center? Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Good old little scented candle. It looks like a place that would do scented candle. I was trying to figure out if this was accurate or not, so I was jumping around between lighting, and they avoided doing the white thing and just tinted everything that would have been white, like on the walls.
So this gets at what you were...
Yeah, it's just a little tinge of color that draws out like the naughty sofa and the painting and the yellow of the cushions on the chairs.
I agree.
The tiniest bit of tint, yeah.
I see exactly what you mean, and it definitely, they still pop, but they're not jarring.
Exactly. So yeah.
Okay. And I also want to acknowledge the light fixtures. I really like that kind of basket kind of feel. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, those are fun lights.
Yep. Are we good?
Very good. We are good. We are so good.
Next one, still nighttime? It seems very, very bright in here.
It looks like it's bright.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this looks better at night.
Okay. So this is by... it looks like... Samajdal. They also appear to be an interior designer.
Yes.
Samajdal.
neinterior.sl. Is this a website?
Probably.
neinterior.sl. It is not.
They have an Instagram. So it might be their... Well, that's not their Instagram handle because it's right here, but I don't know if I still have an Instagram window open right now to check. But go ahead.
Okay. Oh, I was...
Again, oddly empty profile. There's a picture here. Okay.
Decorator folks, put your stuff in your profiles. This is good stuff. People got to know.
Yep.
People got to know.
Well, they do
that
have
way we
their
can have
Insta.
more beautiful spaces in the grid.
Yep. Let me see if I can find it on Instagram real quick for you. But anyway, carry on.
I'm actually a little distracted at the moment because I'm curious. I haven't seen, like, I don't know if you've seen in anyone's profile. I haven't seen, like, I guess a rate card wouldn't be entirely accurate, but I'd be curious to know from some of the professional decorators, like, what decorating, a room or a space might run. Obviously, I know cost of furniture comes up, but, like, the actual labor side of things, I'd be curious where that goes, and it would be interesting to talk to some designers and get kind of a bigger picture of what that market even looks like in SL. We haven't, we tend to roll our own decorating, but for folks that would love to hire, like, I think that would be good to know about.
I agree.
But yeah, now back to the space.
Yeah, but I'm not finding anything for them on Insta or just searching, so.
Gotcha.
So maybe they're a hobbyist. But let's take a look. What do you think? So we've seen this wall unit before with the TV. And then we got the Dyson fan. I don't know if I'd have it that close to the TV though.
Yeah, I don't know if I would either. I'm kind of taken by the plant wall and its flanking wood panels and the way
that's very striking.
That plays with these smaller potted plants, the Savina potted plants back here by 12. That wall unit is, I don't see who it's by, Ken Arun.
I like that there's plant tie-in to the couch. You've got actually green knot balls and the actual leaf.
And the leaf planty pillows. Yeah.
I like that. I like that touch.
Uh-huh. Yeah. And then even more plants just around. You've got the potted ones on the coffee table, and then those trio in the back. In the corner, rather. Trio of things. Yeah. We're very partial to mixing in plants and into our spaces. In addition to the TV, like on the opposite wall, I really like the paneling of the wall that these paintings and these shelves are against. That seems very luxurious to me.
I agree.
For some reason. And it's like, yeah, and it's got like inbuilt lighting in that wall as well. I'm picking up that luxury spaces have a lot of wall-built lighting.
Yeah. Let's see. Is there anything else you want to call out? Just taking a look around.
Yeah, I'm taking a look around as well. I get that, the TV is like commanding the space. I would want to turn one of these little roundy weird chairs
toward the couch.
To kind of be, yeah.
Yeah.
I would want to pull one of them toward the couch to make it more of a chatty space.
But yeah, it just, the way they're oriented makes me think that it's not for chatting. We're here to enjoy some television together.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. And I want to check one thing before I go. Okay, cool. So that's very cool. A lot of times when I see these like really large couches, it's like big giant couch can only fit like 2 people. However,
how much does this one seat, Tour?
So this one is interesting because it's modular.
Oh.
So each of these segments is actually a separate piece that can hold two sitters.
Oh, okay. So you can
put two sitters on each of the end pieces, and a total of 8. I like that.
Yes, I agree.
I like that a lot.
Because we've definitely seen our share of furniture where it's huge like this and seats 2.
Right. And that always is sad making. Yeah. All right. So, well done. This is a very inviting TV space.
Agreed. All right.
Oh, I'm loving this already.
Wow.
Oh, man.
Okay, so
this is my jam.
All right, so this is interior designer. Let me get their actual name. It looks like Desie Luxe Prodigy Noir. And they're the owner of Glamique. I see it. It's a good name, Glamique. And do they have pics? They do. Glamique main store.
Oh, nice.
So a little bit more in the bio. This avatar is 2 years old. So let's take a look. There's a lot going on here.
Yeah, so they've segmented this into 3. I feel 3 distinct areas.
Agreed.
And I think we'll start with the smaller areas just because they're less, less to talk about. Like, I'm curious about this. Would this be just like a little reading nook or a place to like
up the stairs?
Yeah.
Or maybe.
I'm not sure what this space would be used for. If this is like a miniature office sort of thing. I don't think it's office-ish, but
no. Part of me initially
like a place to compose yourself.
Yeah. Part of me initially, though, when I first saw the stairs like that, was I thought it was going to allude to another level, like going up the stairs to go to another section. But it doesn't, though, because that furniture's in the way. So it doesn't. It's intended to go up to that, which is still cool. But much like how the other rooms with either their doors or something alluded to the rest of the space, that's where my mind was going. Like, are we going upstairs to the...
I think you're still onto something, though.
Okay.
Because, like, they might just, not want to blunt it into an empty stairwell. But
they could have even put a door at the top of the stairwell.
True.
Which would allude to something more. And then they could have even put an image on it like that one did for the bathroom.
That was pretty fun. That was pretty great. Yeah.
So it allude to the rest of the space. That's my thinking.
Yeah, but I think that this could be like talking about or hinting at you could build something more up here or what have you.
I want this wall clock. I mean, they used it twice, and my brain is struggling with that because I don't think it needs to be used twice. But
true,
I love this clock, so I get why they used it twice.
Yeah. So that is quite cool.
Is it actually? It says wall art by 12, but is the clock piece part of it, or is it something they just laid over the top?
The clock is by Apple Crush, Apple Fall.
So they laid a clock over it. I love that. I love that. I did something similar once when I was decorating for Moonlit Pathways, where I laid another piece of art over something like this.
Yeah.
So.
Now, I like the version in the little reading nook where the clock is
behind the
partially
foliage,
obscured by the foliage. Yeah.
I do too. That's cool.
Yeah. But I love the green everywhere. I love the green walls. I like that they're broken up by some of these darker panels. So like going up to the reading nook, it's got the like almost black panel, but then in the main space you've got the like brown mocha sort of things.
Yeah.
And even this little dining area, breaking it up with this silver lighting support structure.
Yeah.
Quite nice. Cheers. That's a fun little neon up there. What a nice eating nook too.
Yeah. I like
think this is an 8 creation.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
So it goes all together, right? Like that lighting fixture, is that part of it or is it separate?
The lighting fixture and the wall and the table are all
together?
one piece.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Because what I was going to say is that me and my non-decorator self would be looking to like wedge that piece up against the ceiling. But it's attached to the side, so it makes sense.
Yes. Yeah. But you could.
Okay.
You could do what you're describing because of the way it's linked.
Okay. But I do like the way it is. It's just, I'm just saying, me as a basic designer, you know.
Yeah.
I
get it.
Everything would be against the walls. Everything would be against the ceiling. And then and I'm always stuck with the middle. Like, what do I do here? So.
One thing kind of fun about this lighting thing, and this wasn't used by this creator, but like it almost creates a shelf on which you could put stuff, and the metal bars kind of would frame whatever you put up there.
Mm-hmm.
You could put neat decorations or whatever, or even more plants.
Yeah, you could fill it with plants. That kind of goes back to what Zach was saying earlier.
Plants everywhere.
Plants everywhere. Plants. This is a good example of Tour's line of thinking is exactly that. You know, you can make it better by putting more plants.
Okay, and then the main space. And it's interesting that as we have been going through the rooms, it's been getting the ratio of green to the rest of the room has been lowering and lowering, and now this is like mostly kind of the brown and then the green flanking it everywhere.
I love this coffee table.
I love the coffee table, yeah. And that gets to your wanting a glass top on interesting stuff. Yeah. I love the rug. I love the way the rug plays into the colors of the space. It pops, but it has these veins of brown running through it. I love the way that its waviness is mirrored by the neon light on the right and the green wobbliness of the back wall, and just everything in here is this is a really nice setup.
I love the console, the sideboard there that's set on top of
just checking that out,
like gold rock or something.
And then it's got like gold
knobs
for the
same kind of thing brought up to the knobs. I don't know, it just feels like nature is in the space, but in a refined kind of way.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Yeah,
I would agree with that.
Which I love. I would love a space like this. It's just
I would too.
Nature everywhere, but nature and luxury coming together. Yeah.
I do want to bring the rug and the console down to stop hovering, but that's just nitpicking.
Yeah.
Not a big deal. The fireplace. I'm not. So that's the only part that I'm struggling with a little bit. Is I want to rearrange things a little bit so that you can actually like see and enjoy the fireplace in some way, in some capacity. I don't know how you would even do that with this space because I love everything about it, but
you could just turn the furniture pieces, right? So some of these other spaces have the back side of the furniture to us, but that's fine because technically where we are would be a wall. So you could turn that around and you would have those two chairs flanking the fireplace instead, and we'd have the back side of the couch, which then could even have like a high table behind it where you could put some things, or even create yet another seating arrangement more forward to the whole showcase. That's where my mind goes immediately.
Yeah, that would work. But yeah, that's the only part of it that wasn't working for me. It was just
I see your point.
It's kind of like obstructing the whole thing there.
Yeah, it's just like a hint of a fire, but when you push back there, you see it's a whole thing. Like there's
a whole thing.
There's more back there. It's not an afterthought.
I want to admire it.
Yeah. It's got a nice little cage around it, like a fence, right?
Yeah.
It's a nice piece, but when you pull back, you only see the tippy tops of the fire, and it's just kind of obscured.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. But yeah, otherwise, this is my jams. I love this.
Mm-hmm. It's very striking.
All right.
Okay.
Shall we keep rolling?
Yes. Is it still nighttime in our next one? I would say so.
I'm enjoying.
I know you are.
I love that almost everyone's doing really good lighting, and we can enjoy these things in the night, which I feel like makes all the PBR stuff pop a lot more too.
Yeah.
I think we can enjoy the reflections when we have the lighting from light sources rather than just the environment.
Yeah. Looks like this one's by Mrs. Wayne, is my guess, if I'm reading this right. Again, not a lot in the profile.
Mm-hmm.
But hang on. Go ahead and start talking. I got it. My phone's ringing. I got to pick it up.
Gotcha.
Go ahead. I'm cammed on stuff for you.
Yep. So this one, we've got a lot of PBR stuff to admire, and I want to start there because there's, I feel like that kind of ties into the patterning of everything else. So on the floor, of course, we've got this really nice, not just marble texture and marble reflectivity, but they've got like even the marbling itself plays into the PBR. So that is a really nice touch there. But also, this is the most interestingly textured ceiling as well. So we've got just all this kind of, it's almost floral in the way that it's all playing with these leaves, and we've got this center like drop circle as well, which has like a smaller variation of that, under which, we've got this cool chandelier. And just those, to me, when I was first looking at this, drew me in a lot. And then all of the rest of the patterning everywhere, like this is full of patterning, which I think is like texture patterning, which is different from what we've seen in a lot of the other rooms. So we have on the left wall the same sort of floral thing happening behind some of the shelves, which is cool. I'm calling it floral. It's not floral exactly, but it's got those sort of shapes, leafy shapes.
I'm back. What did I miss? Are you talking about the pictures on that back wall?
No, well, not at all. I haven't gotten there yet at all.
Oh, you're at the fireplace?
No.
Oh, I'm just trying to catch up with where you were at.
Did you hear any of it?
No, because I was literally called away from my computer.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, well,
But
sorry,
I'm trying
I
to
didn't
follow
actually...
your floral comment. I mean, I'm just trying to catch up.
Let me start over because I think that my commentary didn't line up with the camera at all. I wasn't watching the camera. I apologize.
I just locked it in one place, so I can't follow you when I'm called away from my computer.
Right, fair enough. So I'm going to start over.
Okay.
So I was saying, like, when I first walked up, what really drew me in was that this is possibly the most detailed texturing on the flooring and ceiling that we've seen so far. So I wanted to start with the flooring.
Gotcha.
Because, like, this marbling isn't just texture. It's actually got, like, that PBR...
Yeah, like recess.
Stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which looks really, really, really nice.
Mm-hmm.
And that...
this rug is killing it, too.
The rug is absolutely killing it. And then we have this really interesting ceiling. I love everything about the ceiling. And this is what I was calling kind of a floral-ish pattern.
Okay.
It's not really floral, but I don't know what word to call this.
Like leafy?
But leafy, yeah.
Okay.
That's kind of where I was going. But yeah, it's got like this everywhere, and then the more dense circular part where we've got the chandelier. And those kind of set the tone for all the rest of it. And the fact that they're not bare makes all of the really busyness of the rest of the texturing work to me. A lot of times I would bounce off of a room like this, but the fact that it's drawn in on the ceiling and floor works for me. So, like, the place I went next, which is when you came in, is on the left, we have a mirror of that, or a reflection of that ceiling texture
Yes.
on all the shelving.
I love that they brought it down there like that.
And then like all the rest of the walls have this cool paneling with all these cutouts, which is so interesting to look at.
It reminds me of what I had encouraged you to do at SLUHQ with that wall.
Yep.
So I love walls like that. They're just so visually interesting.
I do too. And then even on the right side, they pull in that same pattern of the ceiling a little bit. I also really like, and this seems like they're getting personal with it. I like that they have these picture frames just kind of tucked behind both of the curtains, both of the drapes a little bit. Sneaky picture frames.
I see that. Yeah. And that's their pictures.
I think so. I think so. And all of that, everywhere else, the fact that, they are the way they are, makes this really completely contrastingly different color and pattern of that black accent wall, like, explode into view as well. Yeah, because like there's a lot of patterning here, and I don't think that I would like it if not for having the ceiling and floor the way they are, but the way they are, it's just everywhere is kind of interesting to look at.
I really like they have another one of those giant clocks.
Okay.
And it's set against, it's set over foliage again, but differently, with like a kind of water effect going on.
Yeah, that's really cool. Is that a mithril backdrop? I don't know what that is.
And I don't know, is one panel showing white to you, just solid white?
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on there.
Yeah, it looks like that's supposed to be the AM PM, but it's
glitched in some way.
A little broken, yeah. Which is unfortunate, but I like the hints of lived in, where we've got like another animal bed down here. I've got the basket of throw pillows as well, which is nice. And the fact that it's got like a drink and a drink table or drink tray and a TV remote is nice.
Yep. And I want to go back to that black accent wall, because I think that's probably the only thing in the room that's not landing with me. Because I think the room, it just goes so well together, but I feel like that black accent piece doesn't flow for me. I don't know if maybe it'd be better if it had different patterning to it. Like, I feel like you were kind of touching on this before about there's a lot of different patterning in here.
There is.
And I feel like the rest of them work together, but this one, not so much for me. And I can't really put my finger on why. I think an accent wall is absolutely called for back there. But I'm just not sure why that's not it for me.
I can definitely appreciate where you're coming from. And I think I also don't disagree. It's not bothering me, I think, as much, but if I could make a pitch, I kind of wonder what that would look like if it were like a deep green or something. Like a dark green.
Yeah, I'm feeling like maybe a green, something that plays with the colors of the room a little bit better. Because this is kind of like what you were maybe touching on before, with a room that you felt didn't bring in similar color. I think that might be it for me.
Just play in that space. Yeah. Yeah, either a dark green or even a dark brown could work.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can agree with that.
Yeah.
Because it besides like the TV. Well, I mean there is some black, but it's very commanding there.
Yeah. I mean, like the coffee tables are black. I see that.
Right.
There's black pillows on the couches. So.
But as an accent wall, it is a little... Oh, hold on. That's interesting.
What?
Oh. So, kick it back to day or the normal thing.
Oh, look at that.
It's, yeah. So that's what we're missing. It's a daytime room. It's a daytime. It's a mirror. Yeah. And
okay. That works for me.
Yeah. Sometimes PPR things end up looking really. Sometimes the mirrors end up looking a little odd in certain lighting. But yeah, that makes
goes
sense.
Better. That's how they intended it.
That's how they intended it.
Yep.
Sometimes I just got to play with the space a little bit. Ooh. Okay. Click it to sunset and kind of wiggle your camera around, and that gets some cool.
Oh.
You can get some fun colors off of that, right?
Yep. Yep.
So it's.
Oh yeah.
To make it work at night, you'd have to get you'd have to properly reflection probe it in a way that it gets the room rather than the night sky, basically, is what we're seeing here.
Yeah.
All right.
So I'm gonna carry on then in region default.
Yeah.
You're like, or night.
Well, or, I mean, I switch around a lot.
I know
so.
you do. You'll have to tell me when we get to them. What should I be?
Yeah. But this is really nice. I like it.
Agreed.
All right.
Okay.
This one works in night for sure, but it can also...
Nectra Revnik? Right? Nectra. Yeah. 17 years old. Let's see. It looks like they have a sim. Storyville, maybe? Pics.
This again, it's one of those rooms that has very masculine energy, I would say. But I would definitely enjoy a bedroom like this.
Yeah.
And it's arranged in a very in a way that makes a lot of sense to me too, where you've got your bed on one side. I love the fact that you've got kind of a desk / vanity, multi-purpose.
Yep.
You've got your computer there.
Like a workout space too. Do you see that?
I do see the workout space.
I love what they've done. I need to do that. I need to build that into the Oasis. You're like, no, you don't. But
you don't.
Yeah, desk vanity, love it. I actually do similar at my desk in First Life.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
They have a floating pillow. I think that's a mistake.
A floating pillow?
Yeah. On the right side in front of the... Well, unless I'm missing a piece of furniture.
Oh, no. I see the floating pillow. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, something's not right. I don't see any furniture to go with it.
Yeah. I like the closets that they've got stuff in them.
I think that didn't get turned right. If you look at the plant in between, it needs to be turned. That pillow probably is supposed to be on the closet, is my guess.
Yeah, I think you're correct. Yep. So who makes this? Laviara makes the closets. Nice. Yeah, these closets are great. Oh, and these open and they're full of stuff as well. That's fantastic.
I'm inspired. We're making so many more rooms than the Oasis.
I like this hanging shelvy thing near us on the left.
Uh-huh.
That's a fun way to get just some more decoration somewhere and make a corner of a room look a little more interesting.
Mm-hmm. I like the light fixture. The tree of light bulbs.
Yeah.
Anyway, go ahead.
Oh, that's a group gift from Arskea.
Oh.
Huh. Nice. But I was gonna say this hanging shelf thing. One of the things that I sometimes struggle with is, like, if you've got furniture built up and you still want to put like something in the corner, your options are basically to find like a tall enough table to put stuff on, or to throw shelving there that you can't access the bottom shelving of. So I like this concept of hangy shelves.
Usually your space filler, though, is just a tall plant.
Yeah. Yeah. I also like the usage of rugs. Big old rug under the bed, and then this big green rug around the lounger. Yeah.
I agree. The rugs help define spaces within the larger space for sure.
And again, we've got nice texturing on the floor and the ceiling. A little bit of subtle PBR-ness. Goes a long way.
It's very clean, but it also feels, there's, again, nature is present.
It
with
is.
the wood tones and the greens. And then you've got your more modern stone and concrete kind of feel.
Yeah.
So
I'm really enjoying how many people are leaning into some of the earth tone stuff. Because it blends really nicely with this luxury look too.
Yeah.
I wonder who the first maker is going to be to do, and I think it would be horribly tacky, I don't know, but to do like an actual detailed PBR popcorn ceiling.
Why are you asking that?
Well, because I keep admiring some of the ceiling texturing, and people keep making cool ceilings, and popcorn ceilings are common-ish.
Are they?
But, well, they're super common here in Florida, I'll say that.
Well, I guess
and I hate all of them.
I guess my question is, it goes back to the dated feeling. Like a popcorn ceiling is dated.
Yeah, it's not part of luxury, and it's not contemporary.
Sleek and luxurious. It's like...
No, it's not going to be one of these creators, I don't think. But I'm just wondering.
Somebody out there probably does.
Someone will make one, and it'll be awful.
But it will probably have its place, whether it's a role play sim or there's going to be a purpose. A use for it.
Zach loves that they haven't seen a bunch of ceiling pot lights since they've been here.
Pot lights? What do you mean?
Ceiling. What do you mean by ceiling pot lights?
I mean, pot lights are the can lights, the recessed lighting. Or do you mean actual pot? So, all right. Well,
you're lucky you're not here at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll move on.
All right, next one. Tazenia
bathroom.
Heart Song. Wow, and they really use the space.
Yeah, they filled the space by having a little seating area, which is fun. And you can have some tea and drink and read.
Look at the table.
I love the table.
Oh my goodness.
The mama elephant helping the baby.
Hold up the table.
Super cute. Yeah. That's cool.
It feels very like Indian to me.
101 ways to get stuck in a teleport loop.
What? Is that one of the books?
Inventory Chaos, How to Find Anything in Your Messy Grid. Philosophical Musings on Dance Balls.
Wow.
These are great. Sorry.
Wow, I really love this bathroom space so much.
I do too.
It says click for info. Okay. Keep. Spa-inspired modern bathroom concept. Envisioned a tranquil, spa-like retreat that merges modern technology with natural warmth and timeless luxury. Okay. Yeah, I love it. I like that there were some people who wrote up little note cards to explain.
Yeah.
So let me get more on this person. This is properties. So 10 Tasnia. 16 years old. And let's see. Yeah. They don't look like Tasnia, right? Okay. Pics. Danny Taz Decor. Wait, Danny, are they? No. Okay. So Pix is, it says Danny Taz Decor.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Co-owner is, yeah, the other designer, Danny. They co-own a space, decor and landscaping.
Okay.
So.
Gotcha.
All right.
Oh.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. You know, I was wondering when we would end up in one. I was not trying to like sit or be part. I was tempted many times.
I wasn't either, but I
was tempted because some of them I just wanted to go in and sit, but I don't want to take away from the analysis.
Right.
By having my avatar in there.
I was just touching things and it grabbed me.
All right.
I really like the vanity setup over here.
I could tell you were looking at it.
Little separation of that wood column.
Yeah.
And
it's almost like a little bit of a privacy.
Wood. Yeah. Stone base and wood shelf. It's just, and the extra accessories that were put on it are also nice.
So that kind of touches on your comment earlier about using the sink and having things to use.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
Then it's almost like they have like his and her showers going on.
Yes.
Does the water come out of these in the right place?
Let's find out. Can
I'm trying to get in there.
On?
Oh, you do all the time.
I hit shower on.
Maybe it's disabled.
Might be.
Because I couldn't open the door, so it might be disabled.
Or we might have turned water on somewhere in some other build. Who knows? But yeah. I agree. I like the fact that it's got.
Uh-oh. Where did I just playing with the curtains and the top part went away?
Oh.
That top part needs to come back because it was nice. Can you help me? I broke it.
Sorry, I was where?
The curtains. There's a top part to the curtains. I clicked it away. You didn't see it.
No,
There was a top piece.
Where was
See, this is at the top of the curtains, like right above the sunbeam. There was like a white piece that was like.
Oh, I see.
I don't know where it went. I clicked it and it went away. This is why I don't click. I break things.
I see.
Like I'm trying to get it back and I don't know how. Sorry.
I don't see it either. Looking for invisible things.
There was a white piece there.
Yeah, I remember now that you mentioned it. And we have video evidence of it. Despite it going away. Interesting.
But Zach is saying, you know you're rich when you have a TV in your shower.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, it is true. This left wall. I love this left wall.
Yeah.
Like everything about it. The main arrangement of the statue over the slightly misaligned flower bed, which probably needs to be rotated. And then the things that are flanking it, these cool branches in frames. It's just gorgeous. Yeah. So, yeah.
I love the tub. I love it.
The tub is quite nice. I also like that it's got all these little candles around it.
Yep.
Spa candles.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Well,
you sound like you're ready to relax in there.
Yeah, I absolutely would.
Uh-huh.
All right. Shall we
next
continue on?
Yes.
This is great.
So this is Sincere Zavarin.
Sincere Zavarin.
Edit. And their name is actually Adonis Hoffman Renee Zavor. Yeah.
Okay.
He's a model. And he knows how to put together a space. All right. So what do we got here? We got another kitchen?
Yes, we do. And
it's like a raised kitchen. I like that.
It is a raised kitchen. I think that's
and then
a really
it's got like a
way of separating the spaces.
Wine cellar, wine fridge. Not really a cellar. It's not downstairs or anything.
Yeah. Just a wine room.
Wine room, yeah.
Yeah.
How are you feeling about the white in this space? Similar challenges as before?
Not really, and I think it's just because it's used throughout. It's not just like
a pop.
A pop, yeah. It's kind of the main feature where the green and the brown are the accents. I think maybe that's where it comes from. Is white. I don't feel like it's a very bold color, and I don't feel like it lowers itself to being an accent very well. Because we even have like the effectively black walls to contrast against. So I feel like here the white is fine. I a lot of times I don't have a problem with white. It's just when it's a very commanding color. It doesn't like playing second fiddle. So I really like the arrangement of the kitchen in this raised fashion. Of course, in a proper build, I would want to give the seating at the island a little more space, so they don't feel like they're about to fall off.
Yeah, I agree.
But I also really like the fact that they've got this segmented into, you've got the main kitchen and island, you've got the like proper dining table with you've got this cool little plant built in there. And then this seating arrangement on the right as well, like a little reading nook.
Yeah.
Hangout nook.
Maybe where you chill while you wait for dinner to be prepared. Or after. Yeah. You have your after dinner coffee.
Yeah. That might be where you get to enjoy some of that wine. I don't know. But yeah, this is a very nice space. One thing that's kind of interesting to me is this one feels a little less it feels luxury in a different way. It feels like a slightly maybe more personal luxury, and I guess what I mean by that is like the way it might just be the way this is arranged in a more condensed manner without like the big sweeping spaces and the grandiose room.
Yeah, that's what I was
But this
say.
feels more like it's high-end furniture that's been put into like a kind of condo sort of arrangement, if that makes sense.
It does.
And especially the fact that we've got like wire basket of fruit, and we've got just a flat out wood cutting board with our tomatoes and wood stuff in the kitchen. Like there's definitely higher end stuff, but it's also very clearly more accessible to me. Like this is more on a level that I feel like I could live in comfortably without being feeling a little bit out of my depth. So I like that.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's really nice. Really nice kitchen. Anything else you want to add here?
No, I'm good.
All right.
We got a bathroom that did what we were talking about before.
Oh yeah,
so
receiving the walls
it pushed in on the sides.
The bathroom sides.
So this is Bohea, it looks like.
Okay.
And Isla, our 9-year-old avatar. Decorator. Yep. All right.
So they dropped the ceiling, they brought the walls in. This feels like a bathroom space. It still feels, large because, it's more luxury. You've got a fair bit of walking space. You've got, the very sizable shower, but it doesn't feel empty. I think that the shower door maybe opens the wrong direction.
Yeah, usually they open out. Yeah.
That's not the designer's fault here, or the decorator's fault here. I don't think. I really like. It's a weird comment. I really like what they did with the toilet.
Yeah, I do too. They just kind of gave it its own little section over there. You got some nice falling leaves. You've got some greenery above. It's a nice pop of wood to bring in a little bit of nature in an otherwise pretty stone-looking place.
Yeah.
So.
It is. This rug is also doing nice work here. It's subtle. It's just a slightly darker, segment of the floor, but it does a good job of like filling that space between tub and vanity, and also just feels like a very natural fit in a bathroom like this.
I agree. Like what's going on with the tub, that whole setup. You've got that kind of, smart wall going on again. You've got your towel racks. You've got like a nice little bench to sit on for before or after your bath. So
I want to pull the vanity in one of two directions. Either pull that center line between the two mirrors, or another way you could do it is pull it slightly to the left so that center line was going straight through one of the mirrors. But this is just, it's again minor nitpicking.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay. All right, you ready to move on to the next?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
We're on the final stretch here.
This is Love Gloss Resident.
Ooh.
And Tessa Benalto Blue is the name. 5-year-old avatar.
A lot of windows. Simulated window views of a...
She does consider herself a decorator.
Okay.
I have the Spellatech TV. I think it's called like the totally legit TV after all the Hyvid stuff. Yeah.
Legal TV.
Yep.
Yeah.
I love the texturing in here on the walls.
Yes, on the walls, on the ceiling.
Yeah. I like the wood floor. It plays nicely with those textured surfaces. And
I also like that it's got a step up into the room. Yeah. And a giant rug to
bring that.
I know
space
it's covering
together.
up a lot of the floor, but it works really nicely here. These windows, I really like these windows. I mean, in a build, you could do more than just put a flat texture behind them, but these archways with the curtains. Do the curtains work? The curtains don't work. That's fine. And these latticed windows I just think looks really nice.
Mm-hmm.
Especially because on either side there's also like a reseated area for decorations between the two windows, which is kind of fun.
I like that little kind of accent piece with the lamps on the wall. Yeah, I think they're meant to be like sconces. I don't know if they took them apart. Oh wait, it looks like, I don't know. They are sconces because if you look past, they are pushed into the wall. So they just pushed them into the wall a little bit, which still works.
It does.
But yeah, it's a nice little accent piece, so it's not boring back there. I like the light fixture. It looks like clouds.
And I agree with them being pushed into the wall. I think if they were pushed out as far as they naturally would be, it'd
be odd. Yeah,
odd,
kind of a long wall sconce in the wrong direction.
Oh, we found the record player. Here it is.
Where?
On the left wall.
Oh yeah.
We've got the double mirror thing going on here.
Interesting. Is that no, because it says like I didn't see that it was on a stand for a minute.
Yep, it's on a stand.
I like how they have traffic in the other window.
Oh yeah. I also something that I feel like ties it reasonably together is this kind of stone accent wall tiny segment on the leftish. That's really interesting addition because it's, the main sitting space is aligned more to the right, and we've mentioned several times about wanting to center things up based on where people actually are, and so they've done that with the console and the entertainment center and everything else, but that would have left this left wall kind of weird and bare, and that fills that gap in a more interesting looking way. So.
I'm wondering if their TV is set to anything. No, I just turned it on. It's not.
Yeah.
So.
And then you've got all these little mushroom top things in the in the
They
lighting.
feel cloudy to me, though. They feel like clouds.
Cloudy,
yeah.
Yeah, they do. Really nice room.
Okay.
Those are cool coffee tables too. I don't know if we commented on the coffee. Maybe you did.
Nope. Oh, I see. Yeah, they did too there.
Multi-layer, and they like complement each other by
they do. I see
tapering
that.
in opposite directions.
Okay, so they're meant to go together then.
Yeah. They're really neat.
I like that.
All right.
Okay.
Anything else here?
Nope, we're good.
We're rolling on. 2 more stops.
All right. Wow, this feels very fancy. This is by...
extremely fancy.
I can't read that. Let's open that. Namiko Crosswind. 11-year-old avatar. They're lead interior designer for Eye of Aesthetics Decor.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
So this is more palace/royalty.
It does
vibes.
feel that.
I would be terrified of touching anything in this room.
I like that center, which I'm assuming is the coffee table. It almost looks like a poof, that you would sit on, but it's not. It's the coffee table.
Yeah.
And
I do see what you mean. It does kind of look poofish.
And it looks like there's a little bar to sit off to the side. Maybe somebody's charging their phone, it looks like. And you've got the fan. So is that back thing is just a mirror? It's not like a TV, right? Oh, I clicked it. It turned on.
So it's both.
Can I change things? What is this?
And it's in Spanish. For me, anyway.
It is in Spanish, yes.
Yeah.
All right. That's cool.
Yeah. it looks like it's got a whole thing going on with that.
I like the fire.
The fireplace is interesting. So we've got fire, we've got this interestingly textured wall pattern, then we've got the
mirror,
gemstone mirror, and these inverted wine glass lights above all that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like, this is quite an arrangement.
It is. But this also looks like an arrangement where people would talk to each other based on the orientation of the furniture.
Yes. Yeah.
But yeah, it has a very, very, palace kind of feel for sure. Like,
it does.
Wealthy. Yeah.
Yeah, I aesthetically it is very nice to look at. I find it very off-putting as far as it is not inviting me in. It is saying you don't belong here.
Oh, well, that's just your take on it.
I know. But that just, there's a certain level of luxury at which it's just purely a personal reaction.
I like the texturing on the ceiling. I don't know if that gets a little closer to your popcorn kind of. I know it's not, but it's a little more textured.
Yeah, it's more textured.
So.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like it. It's super fancy. It's almost definitely like a model's or celebrity or, somebody up there.
Yep.
Their sitting room, So.
Yep.
All right. Fantastic. Are we good with that?
We are good with that.
All right. Up next, what do we have?
We have
There's
place
a
with
door.
Doors.
I don't know. That makes me want to go inside.
Okay.
Okay. We're going in. Now, this is by Melanie Harris, resident. Let's see. Edit. Dr. Melanie Bordeaux Pierce. 2-year-old avatar. And I think she's a maternity. She actually is a doctor in Second Life for the babies.
Nice.
So she's got a lot in her profile. This is a busy woman.
I like that she gave a front to her build.
Yeah. But Bichon, is Dr. Lovely from Nox? Was that hers too, Bichon, I thought? Let me go look. They might know each other. Lovely goddess, view profile. Yeah, Bichon. So Dr. Goddess and Dr. Melanie know each other. I would imagine they work for the same place. Okay, so we were in and then we're out. What do we have here? Is this somebody's bathroom? Looks like. I don't hear you if you're talking.
I think it's definitely a bathroom or spa sort of setup.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I like the window. Is that a window supposedly? No, it's a picture. So it's of the mountains, the sky. Zach, her babies are born in luxury. I love that. That's true. Shallon agrees. Tour, if you're talking, I do not hear you.
I'm sorry. I had a first life thing.
Okay.
There.
Okay.
So.
All right. So Zach is right. Her babies are born in luxury.
Yes.
Yeah. I need to go check out this Bichon clinic. I know, Dr. Lovely, Dr. Goddess Lovely, had told us about Bichon. She has a lot of activities. I remember she was sharing.
Yeah.
I have to try to go to some of those, maybe when I'm back from my trip. But the bathroom. It's very luxurious.
I'm liking the way the walls all are a little reflective of each other.
Yeah.
That view and the can't tell if it's intended to be a
it's a
window
picture.
Or
it's
a picture.
I pushed in on it earlier when you were having real life.
Sorry.
It looks like a texture that's like a picture to make like a window.
Okay, yeah.
I love this kind of space. It definitely feels very luxurious, but I also can't get out of the worry of slipping.
Oh,
it's so slick. Like I would want like a rug or something in the middle just for security.
Yep.
But
I'd agree.
But yeah, I think it uses the space well, because I think the bathrooms in this competition have been potentially a challenge because of the nature of a bathroom, because there is still an open space there. But I think if there was a rug, that could tie it together. But I do like all the marbling and the surfaces. I like that the tub is raised above, that you step up into it. So I think all of that.
It's a clear tub too, which is
like a glass tub.
Yeah.
Right. That's fun.
Yeah.
And Zach is saying looks good in white, but would be amazing in all black marble.
Yeah, I could see that. It would definitely make the space feel smaller. You'd have to figure out where you'd want to put your accents.
I love that. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, I think for a spa, leaning more into brighter colors is gonna be the trend. But go ahead with what you were.
I was gonna say that I love that there are accessories around the tub. So you've got a little table close to the tub, because I like to soak when I can. Usually when we're on vacation, because that's the only place I'm going to have a decent tub for that. But the little side table right next to the tub is a nice touch and very practical. And then that shelf on the other side of the tub, I don't know, it just makes more sense to me because of having those accessories nearby.
Yeah.
It's a nice touch.
Yeah, it is.
So, and I like the bathroom, like the toilet bidet. It looks like another shift of the toilet seat might be needed, but I think that's just natural when you're probably like re-resing something in the space. Like when we've built our Visionaire exhibitions, you usually build it somewhere else and then you bring it and drop it in one piece. Sometimes things get shifted when they're in transport.
Yep.
So
they do.
But I love it. I love this very spa feeling bathroom.
I do too. I do too.
All right. Did we cover all the things?
Yeah, we.
Oh, fantastic. Where are we going to wrap up? You're going to take us right here? So I'm going to turn my camera around.
Well, let's hint at the award ceremony by looking around. So we'll just turn around here and have it behind us.
And this is where we shot the opening of this in the first place.
It does, yeah.
So, but all right. So here we are at where I imagine the party will take place.
Yes, I believe that was the intent. For the award ceremony and the party celebration to be back there.
Yeah.
And so I loved this. It was obviously a fair bit of furniture was used by multiple creators, but it was all being used in very distinctive and interesting ways. And seeing everyone's different style and take on things was refreshing and, as you mentioned, very inspiring as well.
Yes. I foresee myself coming back here for some design ideas. Although this is only open, how long? Let me go back to my notes. Because I know the party happens. I have this. I said it earlier. Let me scroll back at my other chat. Open to the public through the 14th. Then there's the party on the 15th. So I imagine sometime after that it will come down. So I might have to circle back here when I can to take some notes or snap some pictures or just watch this video again. But the problem is if there's a piece that I want, then I need to kind of know where it came from. So
yeah.
But I saw a lot of things here that we could build into the Oasis because much like you've commented before, it's the palace. It's our Blanche Palace. So, and we've been bringing luxury to that space because like we commented on when we started decorating that space, our MO is typically like farmhouse chic.
It is.
And so to do the Oasis, I think I want to say that was a little bit of a stretch for you. But
it is, yeah.
But not terrible. Like, I know I can challenge you and you always rise to the challenge. And I think the Blanche Oasis was a good segue for you into this. Just because we have never previously dove very deeply into luxury design. And it's just a fun new angle that, you know, I'm not surprised that you are quite capable of putting together. I think all you need is a theme and you're on it. So I think so far what we have for the Oasis is looking and feeling really nice. And I'm really glad that we got to know Pippa and ate, and that's kind of opened some additional doors to us to other designers that we were previously unaware of. And that's the beauty of doing what we do, right? And exploring Second Life and featuring all the things that are available to do here and all the creators that are out there, because Second Life is a big place. And quite often we're just familiar with our little corner of the grid, and engaging in something like this just really broadens your horizons, I feel.
I agree. It has been a challenge working on the Oasis for sure. I have had to stretch myself, and getting to see what other people are doing definitely also I think is going to help me understand how some of this actually works together.
Right? This was very inspiring. I think you're going to be able to take us both. We're both going to be able to take this into our design work and finishing the Oasis.
Yeah. Agreed.
So, well, I think we've been streaming now for 3 hours. It's a rather lengthy stream. So
I've got to get to bed soon.
You got to go to bed, right? And I got to move on to other things. So, you know, I'm going to go into my thank yous, and I'm going to scroll back in this chat because we had a few people join us. We had Shallon here for the entire thing. And that takes some doing. So thank you, Shallon, for being here with us. Then we had Suri pop in. I don't know if Suri's still hanging around, but thank you, Suri. Then we had Zach. Zach's been here with us for a good deal of the time. Thank you, Zach. And then let's see, did I miss anyone? Nope. I think that's everybody who is here with us live. So thank you for joining us. For anyone who watches this later, thank you for joining us. We always appreciate folks for spending time with us, no matter how long that is. Please do share with your friends, like, comment, subscribe. We are so close to the 500 sub celebration that will bring Tour in a Speedo, and probably not the one Kala suggested. So when Kala watches this, she might be disappointed, but every 100 subs, I managed to get Tour in a Speedo, and this time is no different. But this is a major milestone for us, so getting to 500 would be amazing. So please go ahead and share us with your friends. We'd love that.
We would. And I'm definitely looking forward to that. So we'll see you in the next one.